Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing?
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and the home site BREALTV. I'm Dr. Greenthumb. Hello. I'm here with Mr. Goodlight, DJ C minus building.
What up, everyone? Happy Thursday.
How you doing, C?
Good, B. How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah, Shane.
And the legendary Psycho Les up in here.
Salute, salute. Party all the time.
Are you partying all the time?
Yeah, I still got that in my head, man.
You were partying the other day, boy. Ooh, that Jameson bottle was afraid of you, Chacho. Let me tell you something.
Hey, one thing about me, I know how to drink.
I know you do. All right, the Treehouse crew in effect up top. Bolton, Blombo, Brabra, and the Dominator.
Better not be partying too hard, Psycho. I'm going to be sending you on a mission later. Big and bad.
And the in-house rolling hydraulic up in here.
What's cracking?
Cool Modro.
Cool.
That's right.
Got the shades right there. Yeah.
And back in the building, one of my homies, hip-hop legend, Fredro Starr up in here.
You already know.
Yeah.
Slam. I didn't even know it was Thursday. I'm so high. I'm glad you told me that. I didn't know what day it was.
Thursday, baby.
I woke up the same way. I kept on thinking, what day is this? That might have been because of the 250 milligrams of full spectrum I took last night. I took it way too late.
Yeah.
I was way too late on that. But when I woke up like 3, 4 in the morning, I was devastated.
You probably still feeling it now, right?
I was when I got here. I'm kind of even now, but damn. It hit me so hard. I was hearing my heartbeat. You know when you get that to that mode when it's like overwhelmingly
Nigga be sweating.
yeah.
You be like, what the fuck?
I had to get up, man, to get pump some blood through my system real quick. Ooh wee. But I'll tell you, it's not a bad feeling. It's just when it comes and you're not expecting it. You know what I mean? Because like I thought, okay, this 200, I took 400 the other night. This 250 ain't gonna be nothing. So it's gonna be subtle. The last thing that it was subtle when it put the wave on me, man.
Shit, gotta be careful out there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I don't think there's nothing subtle about any 250.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Weed ain't never killed nobody, though, man.
No,
Cannabis.
It'll put you to sleep.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Like we were saying, like I didn't, I wanted to wake up, but I didn't want to get up. You know what I mean? I just wanted to lay there like, nah, you know what, B? I'm chilling.
You know what? After that weed nap, you wake up real good, though.
Oh,
you feel great.
Or our bro Bart's yesterday, he took himself a weed nap. Our bro came over here, and he's like a world's famous barbecue guy, right? He's like that guy. And, he wanted to treat us to these special tacos him and his homie was making, right? And we got 2 jars of cookies out there, right? One says Aton and the other one says medicated. And he didn't read the part that said medicated, and he ate like 6 cookies to the head.
12.
Okay, sorry.
Is that him right there?
A baker's dozen.
Yeah.
This was him bent back right
Wow, laid out. Look
This
at this guy.
here. This is what is newly known as bent Bart.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's the leaning tower of Bart's.
The leaning tower of Bart.
Smiling too though. Look, his face. He's dreaming about some good shit.
He's pleasantly bent.
Yo.
And the most hilarious part about it, say if you were there right there talking to him, this how he was talking to you.
Yeah,
He was
he-
talking to you like that. Just
Yeah,
leaning.
he looks like he's still listening. He's out, but he could still hear a little bit. Like,
he's hearing the echoes. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it was the best because while he had finished after everyone had eaten, he was in our kitchen there and he was starting to pack. But he goes, "Oh man, these are medicated too." And he saw the chocolate ones, and he was like, "Oh, dude, I had like 3 of these,
Oh,
in addition to the 12 that he had already."
wow.
Yeah, he blasted off yesterday.
So you know,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Have you ever got caught out there like that? Like where someone left a bag of edibles and you didn't know, they didn't tell you?
No, but one time I was with somebody and they ate the cookies and they was like, "Oh, this shit is good. This shit is good." Yeah. Yo, word is born. I had to carry somebody out the club. It was like a murder or something. I swear to God.
Hey man, I did it to myself with these people bring us infused stuff all the time, right? And when we just moved down here, like, and people started finding out we were here, people would send over products and stuff, and they sent over these strips of bacon, these honey glazed bacon, right? And it said 300 milligrams on it, so I thought maybe it's 100 milligrams per strip, 300 milligrams, but I read it wrong. It was 300 milligrams per strip, not 300 milligrams in total. And man, I was devastated when I got home, man.
How did it taste though? It tasted good?
Tasted amazing. You didn't taste none of none of the infusion, right? Because sometimes in infused products like gummies and stuff like that, you have that little aftertaste that happens, right? But with this, you didn't, because I think it's mixed. It's like sweet and savory,
Salty, yeah,
right?
Yeah, the savory.
And I think it throws off the taste there. And so I didn't think about it. I thought, it's 100 milligrams per piece. Cool, I'm good. I didn't know that it was 300 per. And I had all 3 damn pieces. You know what I mean? Oh my God. When I got home, I started sweating. I'm like, why am I feeling like
900, bro.
And when I got to the studio the next day, I hit up Nels because I know because they gave him a pack, right? And he goes, "Yo, man, I had 1 strip and that I was like blasted. My G, I didn't even know." I'm like, I had 3. He's like, "What?" I'm like, I don't want no smoke with that bacon ever again.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
I made sure to stay away from that. Or read the package, put the glasses on and read it right. Yeah, because when you just blow through it as a stoner and you're not reading what's on the package.
Nobody's gonna read it.
Yeah,
Nobody reads that shit.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
B hasn't ate bacon ever since. No, I'm kidding.
Definitely not that. I mean, 900 milligrams. I didn't realize it.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
Portal.
Yeah, I was deeply in the portal, son.
Yeah. That's bags packed.
But
ready to go.
But it hit me fast. It didn't hit me like the hemp oil or the Rick Simpson oil. Like it hit me like pretty fast. So I didn't have to wait for it, and I didn't have like the next day hangover. Like, oh man, I'm still feeling.
What's the Rick Simpson? What?
It's basically full spectrum oil. It's just extracted through alcohol.
I mean, is
it's
that the guy's name or something that makes it?
The first guy who made it.
All right.
Rick Simpson.
Yeah, and he made it for a kid that was a cancer patient because the parents, didn't want to get down with the pharmaceuticals and stuff like that, and nothing that they were suggesting or was working, and they were trying to give their son a chance. Someone suggested, cannabis to them, CBD style and all that stuff, and apparently this dude made the oil for the kid, and it became Rick Simpson oil. But it's really full spectrum oil.
Strong.
Rick Simpson.
I'm on the spectrum. I might need that shit.
Hey, it's good.
Not Rick Ashley. Rick Simpson.
Like
You don't-
O.J. Simpson, little brother.
Yeah, you don't want to get Rick rolled.
Give you up.
Oh man,
Oh shit.
what's the equivalent of a Rick roll, son? There's only a couple other songs like that where you get caught out there with those songs and you'd be like, oh, you got me with this crap.
Yeah, I think it's.
I said crap. Why are you giving me that for? Oh, okay, I see. I thought I slipped somewhere.
I think the reason it worked with the Rick Astley so well is because of his first name, Rick. So you'd be like, oh, you got Rick rolled.
Right.
But I don't know if there's another song that you could like play that with anybody. Like
There's plenty of songs you could. It's just not. They don't got a cool Rick roll name.
Right. True.
What would be a song that would totally for you?
Ooh, Chubbawamba.
Yeah.
If you could, yes.
You got Wamba'd?
Yeah, you got Chubb, or you just you get knocked down, but then you get up again.
For me, it's that goddamn song by that Come On Eileen.
Ooh, Dexter's.
I hate that song.
Come on.
I always hated it. I hated that song. Please don't sing that to me again. Ever.
It's the remix.
The remix. Oh,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
Eileen. All right.
I'll play it later for you.
No, please don't ever play that.
What about the safety dance?
Oh, yeah, that's another one. How about you, Fredro? Is there any song like that for you that like
Drives you crazy.
Fucking, I don't know. Let me see.
like you immediately have to change it because it changes your mood?
Oh yeah.
What's that shit? I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Oh,
To the show.
yeah.
yeah.
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
That's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I could see.
That's when it's time to leave the club.
Yeah, it's time to go.
It's time to go.
I think I'd have to say Santana featuring Rob Thomas, Smooth. Oh, if I hear that, it's like why even? If I'm at a store, I'm not shopping there. If I'm in a restaurant, I'm not.
Yeah, that is
like,
kind of one of those songs.
Yeah.
How about you, Pedro? Anything by Kodak Black, right?
I'm trying to think. Nah.
No, it's opposite for him.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of one right now.
No.
Nah, I
Too
can't.
high.
Not at the moment.
Too high.
It's not that I'm too high. I'm just trying to see like what wouldn't I want?
It's-
Oh, anything from John Legend.
all right.
All right.
There we go.
I could see that.
Wow.
I hear some John
That would be
Legend.
me.
It's definitely time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, I mean,
It's that time.
And what's crazy is that dude is a dope songwriter. It's just something about his get down that it doesn't like. I cannot invest any emotion into it.
And that's family from Shoutout. You know, I represent Shoutout, Common, and or the whole crew.
He nice though. I mean,
But
he,
yeah, he's
Make it
nice.
sing.
He's
Yeah.
nice. But you know, he make them songs that ain't for me.
Yeah,
well, that's his opinion.
I would say that. I would say the
Exactly.
same for me. You know, like it's not my cup of tea. I can appreciate
He could sing.
the fact that the dude is talented and he gets down in his lane, but the lane ain't from.
But you know
for
what?
I.
He did make a joint with Slim Village or Slum Village. Slum
Village?
Yeah.
Slum Village,
and,
yeah.
He never really tapped into the hip hop
Yeah.
side of things like he could have,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
as far as like, if his shit come on the radio, I ain't gonna turn the radio.
It's
I'm gonna
crazy.
rock to it. You know what I mean?
Depends.
That.
Because he was signed through Good Music, which
Yeah.
was a hip hop label in itself.
Yeah,
Nah, he's having a great run.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
he's a legend.
Yeah. He's
John.
John.
Legend.
He's a
Hi, I'm
He
Legend.
got a great name. What the fuck?
Hi, I'm Legend.
Yeah.
John Legend.
That's a cold intro.
Yeah, he's better than Bond, son.
They call me Legend.
Legend.
John Legend.
Right.
How are you?
Great name.
Yeah.
Can't spell with that name.
You know,
All the fell with that one.
Yeah.
he's Will Smith in it. Is it I am Legend?
Ooh.
John.
Ooh.
First name John.
The dramatic pause says, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy
But
if Kodak Black comes on in the club.
Oh,
You staying.
I'll stay, dude. That's for sure.
he's paying for the whole show.
We buying some more bottles.
Cool Modro is staying for the whole show.
Put it on Kodak's tab. You got me.
Oh, he,
To the game.
What about you, Les? What's the song?
yeah, what's the
Me?
song
Yeah.
you don't like?
I don't know, maybe some Kenny G or something like
Kenny G. Would
Kenny
you
G
hold
is
up.
a legend.
Time out though. Would you recognize a Kenny G song?
that. Yeah. As soon as
Really?
I hear those flutes.
But a lot of people play songs with flutes.
Nah, but them happy songs, you know, it's like,
I don't know. That would be kind of tough to like. But I guess you know, like when Charles Mangione was putting out tracks, you could recognize a Charles Mangione track,
Yeah, but
and those were equally as annoying to me.
they were catchy though.
Were they?
Yep. Feels so good. What was the name of that? The album where he's holding the trumpet.
I could not get down with Chuck Mangione, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, deeply annoyed by those songs. They come on, I thought, you must want to fight me if you're putting these songs on.
Yo, what's the name of that song called Aquarius? Old school song called Aquarius. Aquarius. I heard that shit. I was like, yo, what is this mess right here? This is terrible.
Oh, Aquarius, yeah.
It's the worst shit I ever heard almost.
That's
like,
from this musical called Hair.
Yeah.
it was the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I'm bugging. Try to sample that shit.
Oh, they were all over the place with that. It's like a musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just all over the place. There's like bits of it though that are sample worthy.
Yeah.
It's just, can you get away with it?
I tried.
Chop it up.
It's weird. It's very crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because all the timing, all the
There's no soul in that record. Like,
it's crazy.
like there's no soul in that whole record.
And you know how many times that's been like sung by a different group of people?
Age of Aquarius.
Many covers. though.
Yeah, that's one of them wax. I'm like, yo, this shit is terrible.
Nah, but there's some funky covers.
There's some
the Mo
funky
covers.
covers.
Is
Yeah.
it?
I got a few hair
Well,
albums.
you
that
gonna
are
play that later. I want to hear that.
not for you.
Oh. I'll be in there like, where you at? Next thing you know, my nigga Ricky Bass be robbing on that shit.
There's that Moog Orchestra one.
Yo.
There's a bunch of different ones
Some
that are
crazy ones.
yeah,
that I
funky ones. Yeah,
Word.
yes, speaking truth.
I got the receipts. So
Yeah, there are a couple good remakes because there's so many versions of that shit, you know, and someone always hits. Oh, you got me. Damn.
11 minutes.
Someone always hits gold with doing a remake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not all of them are great,
that
but one or two of them might.
you know a good one that Pete Rock used with the Run DMC, the King. The King,
That was the
that
first?
boom, 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 boom. That's a hair.
that's-
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. That bass.
Oh, really?
line, Yeah,
That's what you call the hair?
That's hair.
Well,
Hair.
that's from the
musical.
musical
musical
Yeah,
hair,
hair.
but everybody did
where that
covers.
Aquarius
Yeah.
song comes from.
Aquarius, and
I heard that shit. I was like, yo, what the hell is this
so
shit?
if you listen to that Pete Rock, that's a hair right there.
Wow.
Even the
Shout to Pete Rock.
So it's hard.
Pete Rock knows how to flip some samples, boy.
He's a fucking baseline master.
He's a king with that.
I can't. I'm the worst when it comes to bass lines, beats and shit. But
You know what do you feel about it?
I'm just more like drums and shit.
You like more of the percussive?
Yeah, I like the boom boom shit. You know what I mean? But Pete get funky with it with the bass lines and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
He
it all,
chops.
it all depends because you know some bassline samples are muddy and you don't feel like it cuts through.
Yeah.
So like when the drums are really cracking, you sort of lean on that.
Yeah.
But when you got a good bass line that stands out, that's nice and full, but you could hear the notes.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah, like just like that thing you did with Brady Wetbass.
Brady Watch.
Yeah, and you did one as well with him like a while
Brady's
back.
dope,
He's
yeah.
just
Brady's
like,
up, yeah.
That's when John Legend comes into hand.
That's where John Legend comes and plays a
Come
little
over here.
piano behind there. You know what I mean?
Now we need you.
And he becomes ordinary people like the rest of us.
just turn the mic off though.
You know, one of the best bassline samples I've ever heard in my life was Props Over Here, Beat Nuts. That
thanks.
bass line
Hell
is
yeah.
like, man, it was just everything about it's perfect.
You know, one of the
Lou
dopest
Who's
bass.
Donaldson?
Lou
Huh?
Donaldson, huh?
One of the dopest bass lines with Rakim, Know the Ledge. And what's the other one?
You know, I think he produced that beat. Know the Ledge, right?
Rakim.
Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout to the R.
He had a few dope songs like with
Yeah.
dope bass line pop offs in him. But he was a jazz fan though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he like you
That's
could,
a jazz record, Lou.
That's a
yeah, that's what I'm
definitely
saying. Like
jazz
you could tell like
Definitely.
when he produces a song, all those jazz. It's much like Pete Rock. Pete Rock's a big, jazz enthusiast. So you hear that in his samples and in his get down.
Rakim should have kept producing,
the
man.
original,
Yeah.
the original bass
Absolutely.
line. The original bass line to that one is it's like real slow. Dum, 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 dum.
He sped it up.
He put that shit on 45, like boom, boom, boom.
Right. Right.
Oh, there you
Look
go.
at
It's all good though.
Boom, boom, boom.
We ready.
you. Da-dun.
Cheers.
There's been a lot of dope bass lines in hip hop, man.
Man,
I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah.
as soon as you hear him, you go, oh.
You know what's a dope one is the one that Cube used for Wicked.
That was
That's
muddy.
like
It was
driving, muddy, like
It's like some. It's hard.
yeah, and the beat that cracked under it. I mean, that sort of influenced us to make We Ain't Going Out Like That. We were like,
That was a hard record.
we needed something that was going to rival that.
That Wicked shit was hard. That video, we was watching that video like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this shit.
Just the sound and the smack of the drums, it just like
In the video too.
even
Video,
his style and cadence in it was dope. You know what I mean? And that sort of was like, oh, we got to. It's got to be harder than
That's
this.
crazy because as soon as you say that record, you think of the video, right?
Yeah.
That video.
I just remember them
Yeah.
breaking cars, windows, and like smashing shit.
Yeah.
The chili peppers in it.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah. I could have did.
That bass line.
I could have did without Ketis. I could have totally stood with Flea.
You know,
But,
got
I
an L bass.
understood.
The Wick.
The Wick. Yeah. Doom, doom.
That bass line is crazy. How the fuck they even do that shit? That shit sound like
Yo, you know.
that's next level shit.
Back when we was doing early beat nuts, we had a song with the bass line of Dwick, and then Dwick dropped, and we was like,
You produced that?
no. I said we had a beat nut song,
Right.
with that bass line. We had the record,
Right.
the real one. So, but once they dropped it,
It was like
it's over.
it's over,
we
right.
scratched the record. We was like, it's done.
that's like where the fuck they get that?
You know, back then nobody was trying to come out with the same
Nah, it was
loop.
Nah.
It
Yeah.
was trying to be original.
That was the challenge is to like, oh shit,
They
there
used
I
that.
did it again.
Used it. Yeah, we can't
Oh,
use
man,
it now.
They came out with something hard. We got to do something, but it can't sound nothing like that. And I think that was the great part of our era is that everybody had their own sound and wanted to stand out like the next, but nobody was trying to use each other's flex. You know what I mean?
Never. Like we would never use an Onyx loop or a Cypress
Exactly.
loop.
You wanted
know,
to be.
like,
Everybody
yeah,
wanted to
like,
be
that's
different.
done already. Yeah.
That was the whole thing, like
Yeah.
originality.
So-
now these niggas is like, yo, I don't need a beat like his beat.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Cookie
I need a
cutter.
beat just like that. What?
It's that cookie cutter mentality, right? It's like, okay, what's working right now? We got to have our artists do that. Or, the artists themselves might be like, if, some of these younger artists that they're not students of the game and they don't really care about becoming their own. I just got to follow this ride and I'll get some success and get a chance to make a bag. And it becomes cookie cutter because then everything sounds so similar that you can't determine which artist is which artist. You get mistaken with songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas in the time when, our groups were coming out, you had to have your own sound. You could not sound like someone else because you were getting played out immediately.
Right. Everybody had their own producer, their own
Own
rappers,
sound. We
their
had
own
own
producers,
sound,
own
yeah.
rappers. Is like, this is what we doing. This is what we doing. This is what we doing. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Like we would never use a Primo loop
Right.
or something, or
Yeah.
Pete Rock. Nah,
Right.
that's done already.
Unless he produced it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If he was doing a remix to
Yeah.
one of your joints, that would be the only way that you would hear
Yeah.
like something like that. And
Yeah.
that's the distinction, but like, everything evolves.
It's coming back.
It comes back and it goes in cycles. It
Absolutely.
always goes in cycles. Like with hip hop, there was always that cycle where for a time it's raw music that's like on top of the charts and ruling sales and is big. And then it flips to some happy type of sound where it's like
Polished.
more polished, energetic,
Yep.
and less substance, more celebration.
And I think also that's what gives it the longevity also. The being so original that it's only you that has that sound,
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of us with the same sound.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, no one wants to hear the same record by the same artist, the same record by different artists. They want to hear what everybody else has to bring. They don't like, but that would be something. Here, let's take this song and let's give it to 5 groups and see what they do with it.
Yeah.
That's ill.
That would be crazy. That'd be a cool contest right there.
I like that. That's kind of ill.
Here's the song. You make the music. Like, this is the song. Here's the chorus. Boom, you got to make the music around it. Or the bed of music is we give it to 5 different.
Yeah,
what
that's
song do you
easy,
write
yeah.
to it?
That's easy. You get everybody get the same beat.
Yeah.
And what you gonna do to it?
What you gonna do to it?
That is kind of ill.
Both are pretty. Like, that would be a crazy exercise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's the song that's written for you. come up with music for it, and then the flip. Here's music, come up with the concept and writing for it, and see like what 5 different
They be
things.
totally different places, so nobody could hear nobody else's shit.
Yeah.
They was like, I was walking to the bathroom.
That kind of reminds me of this thing I did back in the day. It's called rhythm roulette. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah, Master Pill, right?
It's like they take every producer, Pete Rock, Large Professor. They had me. I mean, not at the same time.
Everybody had the same records?
Nah. We just everybody did their own individual show. It was just me,
Oh, they focused on each
Yeah.
one of you making a beat.
Yeah, we
seen that
would go into a record store. They'll blindfold you,
I seen that.
and then we just pull out 3 records.
Yep.
But you got to make something
Yeah,
from that.
and then you got to flip something. So we
That's
go
dope.
back to the lab, and they would film you doing a beat, and then talking about the beat on the album. Yeah, this album was whack. Sometimes they ain't nothing to do.
Yeah, sometimes you get gems and sometimes you get nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking blindfold. You don't know what you do.
Even if you get a little voice or a little hi-hat or something, it's always something.
You know, it's crazy because you could go spend a lot of goddamn money on some records and get zero from those records. Now they're just in your collection. But what's crazy about it is you might go look through that pile of records like maybe 2 years later and find something that you weren't ready to hear yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And be like, wow, this was here the whole time. I didn't even hear this. I could have.
Yep,
But it was, you know what? Your mindset and your musical palette is in a different place when you're looking in that moment when you
Absolutely.
can't hear it.
Yeah. That's the beauty of like when you dig in for records and you'll find something and you'll leave it to the side for years.
Sometimes, like when time changes, you have these old records and you just go back. It wasn't time for them before. Now it's the time to use them. So now you feeling it. You're like, oh yeah, I could flip this now.
Yeah. Like you could like you said, you could buy some 10 years ago and then you didn't hear anything on it at the time.
Back then it was because it wasn't that time.
Yeah.
Now moving into the 2023, like times change. So
Yeah. And you'll hear it and you'll go,
start
oh,
hearing things.
this is amazing.
Yo,
I didn't hear
motherfuckers,
this."
niggas don't even listen to the whole record. You gotta listen to the whole record.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cause some of the gems be laid on in the record.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yo, but
Right at the end,
you know that
fading out.
the Biggie shit. Brr, brr, I love you, baby.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That little spot right there became a hit.
Yeah.
At the end of the record.
You know, that's the problem with the streaming platform is that you put out an album and unless you make it to where they have to buy the whole thing, they're just going to pick and choose the songs that they like. And if maybe they didn't hear about these other songs on the album, they don't even go to them. They just go to the popular songs.
Right.
And you got a bunch of wasted fucking songs. Damn it, I did it again.
Wow, 29 seconds left.
29
Oh, no cursing? No cursing?
No, it's for the host. We got a 30-minute challenge that we don't curse, and if we do, we got to take shots
Oh, okay.
or flips from the dungeon.
Zing.
So I owe right now. But yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying because of that. What was I saying?
Stuff.
About the music, about the sampling,
Yeah, beats, rhymes, life.
I know. Fucking 30 years, bro.
Man.
Over 30 years. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
For real.
Hey, when people thought that genre itself wouldn't last 5 years.
Yeah.
You got, groups and artists that have been able to span 30-year careers and keep moving and like doing shows, doing relevant things and like making new music. And, that's the strength of hip hop and the strength of the cats that put it on their back and carried it, like that they're still actually out there doing stuff like the Rolling Stones be doing, their shows at 60, 70, in their
Still
70s
looking
now.
good.
Right?
Still strong.
Hip hop has that same ability. I mean, it's already proven that, like, you got groups like ours, Onyx, and groups like Beatnuts and guys in our time that are still doing tours to this day and still doing our own shows aside from the tours, like headlining our own shows and putting out new music and, having like dope streaming action when we put out a song on all these platforms. I mean, that speaks volumes right there.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, so you could have a run as long as you want because the genre is so strong. It's just about what you put into it.
It's a life. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a life. You know what I mean? Like you said, beats, rhymes, and life.
Hey man, music to me is a high too. I get high off my music. Like when I make a beat, I'm fucking hype. When I make a song, that shit just
You still
you know.
passionate
I go on
about it. You
stage
love
and
it.
Yeah.
So
So what about when you hear a song? Like, you know,
I
they-
hear a break or something.
Oh, when you hear a banger,
Yo, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's someone else's or yours. It just gives you a different.
You're like, yeah.
You might get inspired. Like if you're a fan, you just love the song, and it's like, oh man, this is like one of the dopest things I've heard in a long
like
time.
you sent me some joint the other day. I was like, fire.
It was
That joint, yeah. You remember that? I forgot the name. But
what's crazy is that when you hear another artist catch a spark, it sparks you. You're like, ooh, they just flipped that. Hold up, I got to get in the studio.
Yeah, man.
and that's really what kept that 90s hip hop fire.
Absolutely, I agree.
You know, we just kept each other on our toes.
We're all listening to each other's joints and like, oh man, they just killed it. We got to come with something. Or seeing each other's shows like, oh man, they just killed that.
Word.
Yeah.
We got to bring that energy. Like it's all a form of friendly competition.
Yeah.
And you know, not for nothing, making yourself look good, but actually making the genre look good too. You know, when people show up pro style and they're like, you know, giving forth that effort and like rocking people.
And the fans are young too.
Right?
They're not like 40 years old. Like, the
Nah.
fans, like we
They
got
still
fans
come
that's like
40, yeah.
16, 17. I'm like, yo, how you know about Onyx? They be like, yo, I know. Like, you know.
It gets passed down.
Yeah,
Right.
A lot of our fans is in their 40s too.
Well, look,
Yeah,
it's
still,
like,
but I'm saying.
it's like this, right? The first initial set of fans, the first two generation of fans our groups got were all students, right? And those are the type of students that when they grew up into adults and eventually create families of their own, they're passing the music
They passing it down.
that was relevant
Right.
down to their kids who love hip hop.
Thank the
Unlike
fathers.
their parents,
Right.
our parents, none of them loved hip hop. Maybe they understood it and
Right.
accepted it later, but this was not their genre, right?
Right.
We have something unique in our kids.
They
and
couldn't
that.
pass down the Ozzy brothers and none of that shit.
I
Like,
mean,
like,
I came from
you
my,
rocking
my,
with this.
My parents,
like,
my parents put me on to salsa and cumbia.
Yeah, but
and all
what
that.
I'm
but
saying,
the
what-
culture is different.
but it's different because like the one thing we have in common with our kids is that they grew up off of hip hop like we grew up off of hip hop. They just grew up off a different era of it. So in that mindset, you could pass. Oh, you're listening to rap music. Oh, check this out. I want to put you onto a group that was relevant and was my shit when I grew up.
When I'm taking my kids to school in the morning, I'm playing Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
They're like, yo, can I kick it? I'm like, yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm teaching
Yeah,
them.
and so you have a percentage of these young folks that get down with hip hop because they know it, because it was taught to them, it was brought down to them. Like our music, you know, I'd say our music combined in groups in our generation of hip hop that had success. Our music gets passed down. That's why when we go and do shows and festivals, we see younger audiences
audience.
along with cats our age.
Right.
It's a mix,
It's a mix.
of that because they're passing down. It's like when we heard Led Zeppelin for the first time, how old were we? About 15, 16, 14, probably 13, right?
Yep.
They were way before our time.
Absolutely.
But we got put onto it by uncles or older brothers or maybe even our fathers.
They had beats too.
Friends.
And you know, it was something way before our time, but it was taught to us and we accepted it and embraced it. Like you know, Parliament Funkadelic, same thing. That was before our time, but
Right.
you know,
You got put on.
we got put onto that.
You had to listen to your OGs that was listening to it.
But
Like,
still, it's a disconnect because it's not something we got to grow up off of. We got to learn about it and accept it and embrace it. Whereas this generation and ours, it's something that hip hop is like ours together.
right. That's
So, like, you know, trying to pass the information down is important, but also them accepting it is important. When they don't, you see that because they're just making gibberish and shit about nothing. But
right.
You know what I mean? And it's just for the money. It's not about the love of the art. Because it's got to be about both. Like, you got to say, like, this is going to be what I make my living at, but I love this.
Right. I'm not just doing this because I know how to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Like I always tell people, we was doing this before there was a check attached.
Right.
Right.
So that, getting money now is just an extra.
We was trying to create
we was just
the check.
Right.
Yeah.
From
we
what
wasn't
do.
even thinking about checks. We was
Right.
just, let's make fire. We just want to make fire.
No, I was thinking about
Fire is going to equal checks.
I was
so-
thinking about LL Cool J in the limousine when he had the goat chain on. I was
yeah.
like, hold up, son. I would have looked like that.
You know,
Straight up.
Run
So
DMC,
the money was
really,
involved a
come
little
on.
bit.
well, yeah. I mean, look, see, that's the perception of being an artist, right? Is most fans, when they see you in your first video, right, or they see us in our first videos, right, and we might be wearing some chains, or we might not be wearing any chains yet.
Right.
But the perception, because we made our video and now we're like out there, oh man, they just made it big.
Hey,
And they, now that they're rich and they're famous, and we ain't even there yet, but that's the perception.
Perception, right.
Not for nothing. When Cypress came out with the Carhartts and the beanies, and New York was like with the Timbs, that
video was crazy.
That
right?
shit just took it to the next level.
And
right there.
Shit
everybody,
was like this.
Now you had all the white kids, everybody.
Hey,
Shit was hard.
and let me tell you, they thought we were paid and we were broke ass.
Yeah, there was no chains. There was no gold chains.
Yeah, we didn't have none of that.
It's just
Right.
But I'll tell you, it's like our homies and people that we hadn't seen in a long time, or the so-called homies and people we hadn't seen in a long time. Oh man, y'all are paid now. Oh, this and that.
You on MTV,
This-
man? Of course,
yeah,
you got that money, man.
yeah.
Where the money at, man?
And it's like, are you crazy? We're doing promo shows. Do you know what promo means? It means free. But yeah, I mean, when the checks start coming, that's awesome. But it's the work you put in to get to that space. Like, because if you get any success and you start sitting on your hands thinking like, oh man, this is just going, like, I got this.
you can't ever stop.
No, you gotta stay on it and press. Because how many groups have we seen like come and they caught the spark, but they didn't put the work in and get on the road and show up?
They ain't love it.
Yeah,
They liked it.
they liked it.
They got.
They didn't
comfortable.
love it.
They got comfortable.
They liked it.
They got
Right.
They
comfortable.
ain't love it.
B.
You gotta
can't
love
get
this
comfortable.
shit. When you love it, you can live your life off this shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean we're proof of that.
Hell yeah, we chilling, man.
Because I still love it the same way, man. I mean, as much shit as you might hear, you still hear shit you love, and like obviously you do the shit you love too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it, like, because I know motherfuckers that like totally got bitter from it and will not listen to hip hop anymore. They're just like, nah.
Yo, but it's good right now, hip hop, because there's a resurgence of 90s hip hop
Yep.
that feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting back to that. So you're hearing more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go to any blog site right now, you're going to hear more of what we like than 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
2 years ago, it was nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. It was just
Right.
like terrible. It was just like, we was just like in the Matrix, man.
They had all that time in COVID to do all that digging.
I give props to West Side Gun for bringing that hip hop to the young cats, the younger cats.
They
Definitely.
was definitely part of the resurgence of
Hell
this
yeah.
shit.
You-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna stay retired?
Nah, we
West
all
Side Gun?
nah. It's no retirement.
There's no
from this
retirement.
shit.
Never
When you love
retire
this shit,
hip-hop.
like
Yeah.
I said,
Hip-hop
when
is
you
for
love
life.
this shit, it's for life, man.
Life
Not
is.
for life, but you don't
You know what I'm
retire.
saying? You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Straight
Yeah.
up, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
because I'll tell you what, the minute you say you retired, you be back on it the next day.
But I'm saying, you supposed to say I'm gonna retire.
If you love it.
You gotta make the comeback. Michael Jordan did it.
Yeah, I got a retirement.
Guess what? I'm retiring too this year. After this shit, I'm done. For real.
I'm done
All
right
jokes
now.
aside pocket.
Look,
I'm retiring, man. 30 years of hip hop. This is the last year. I'm retiring. Don't call me for no verses. Nothing. I might do a show here and there.
I'm officially retiring right now. Don't bother me with.
Hell yeah, dude.
2023.
I'm done.
I'm out.
I'll be back.
American
I'll be
out.
back in 24. All right, but this year I'm totally retired. Out of here. But sometimes I guess you maybe mentally need that break, so you got to say it.
Yeah.
And then when it's done, you know how ridiculous you sounded by saying it, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get back in the game. And
Yeah, usually when people say they're retired or something, there's something going on. Like,
Yeah,
they
there's-
just fed up and
Too
tired
Short
of it.
Jay-Z retired like 3 times.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got to retire
Yeah.
sometimes, man.
Yeah, I
But
think
if you love it, you'll come back.
you'll come back.
And you'll still love it as much as you did the day when you started.
Fame and success and the genre you love to make is like a fucking boomerang.
I don't call it retired.
Hold on. No matter how much you want to get away from it, it's gonna come back to you. Straight up, but because you love it, there's
Yeah.
no way you could stay away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might be fed up with it or fed up with the game and all the politics and bullshit, but
I can't stay away from the game.
yeah,
Is the band still gonna love me, man?
yeah. Like if you still rock shows and people still fuck with you, no matter how fed up you are, you will miss that, like getting on stage and the people's adulation for the music and for what you do and all that, man.
Part of your life.
It's part of you, yeah.
Your life is you bring joy to people. The crowd be like, they really be having a good time. Like,
Yeah.
and you bringing that service to them, making them feel a certain way, and that's important. You know what I'm saying? That's real important to somebody's life.
People pay tickets and they're your fans for forever.
Yeah.
They want to come and get hit with
Exactly.
that fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as an artist that like when you really give a shit, it affects you when you see them give a shit about it so much. Because I don't think any artist anticipates that happening with their music, like the impact that it might have. Like you might expect or want to hear like, hey, yo, B, that shit is banging, man. That joint you put out, that was the business. We popped that off on the block all day. But the one you don't expect to hear, and it's the one that makes any artist feel good, hey, yo, your music got me through a lot of bad times where I was down, and it picked me up and got me on track.
That's motivation.
That's
That's rewarding.
yeah.
Yes.
That's like, wow.
It's always a trip. Like, I used to DJ on Power 106. I was there for like 11 years, and I've run into people that have been like, I grew up off your mixes. Like, I remember listening to your mixes as a kid coming up and like started liking it. And I'm like, yo, like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But, it's just like, yo, grow,
Provided a service. It's like almost like a preacher.
Yeah.
This is hip hop religion. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, people live by this.
Word.
Yeah, man.
When they thought it was just gonna play out, man, and it becomes, the biggest genre in music
Yes.
for a long ass time.
A concert is a speaking engagement with music.
Yeah.
You're talking to them like you're using your instrument to talk. As a speaking engagement, you just got the beats and they rocking.
Hell
But you're
yeah.
talking to them.
So you like a preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
they listening
It's
to what
church.
you saying, man.
Yo. And a great
Your words is what's moving the shit.
For real.
hip hop show is like therapy.
It is.
For a fan, like and a lover of music,
Yeah.
you go and see a really good show.
Yeah.
You walk out feeling like,
That's why-
man, I needed that.
For instance, like you want to blow off steam, you go to an Onyx show because there's
Absolutely.
gonna be like so much energy released,
Yeah,
and that's like therapy.
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely.
That's real talk.
And if you want to go smoke some weed, you want to go to the Cypress show.
Right.
You want to get in the mosh pit, you can do all that right there in one
want
spot.
I've heard.
Zen out and bend it like Bart's. Exactly.
Fucking.
Damn.
Oh man,
Wow,
these are medicated too.
These are medicated.
that's
Oh, my
hilarious.
God. 12, a baker's dozen.
My man went in.
Listen, I know a dude that did a baker's dozen of my cookies, and I dosed them heavy. I don't know how those cookies were dosed. My cookies were so dosed so heavy, they were like green chocolate chip cookies. They had a green tone, yeah.
See,
And homie didn't, he couldn't tell for some reason. Couldn't tell.
He was working. That's why he was like, just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Not
know,
even think about it. But your mom, you know where you at right now, my man? Like,
Oh, yeah.
yo,
like where you think you at?
If there's a bag of cookies at my crib at that time, because I wasn't married, I didn't have, it wasn't none of that. So any cookies that might have been in my crib were most likely infused because I didn't just buy cookies to eat regular ass.
I would think that. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like,
Homie didn't think that. He just saw some cookies and was like, you know what? Hey, these are pretty good. They taste kind of different, but they're pretty good. And man, it kept him out of work for like 2 weeks.
that's funny.
He couldn't go back to work for 2 weeks. It was like totally affected.
Crazy.
I think he had PTSD for chocolate chip cookies for the rest. You know, he could never touch chocolate chip cookies for the rest of his. You know what I'm saying?
Like Chips Ahoy.
So I can't. No, man. I don't want no Chips Ahoy. Get that shit away from me.
He's definitely asking next time though. Just
Oh,
like
you better
Bart's.
ask when you get dosed.
No, he's gonna ask where they at though. He's gonna be like, where they at?
Dude,
I want to go back to that feeling.
It was crazy because, like, when I first got here, like, you know, right at 4, like, he was fine, perfect, you know, just able to speak, you know, you could understand him. But then the slurring started happening, and I was like, did he drink? Did he do shots? And he's like, no, I did 6 dabs. I was like, oh, 6 dabs? Okay, yeah, all right.
A lot.
But then Dro broke the news to everybody on the group text, like, yo, Dustin ate 12 of those cookies that are medicated.
So he did 6 dabs and 12 cookies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he took and he was feeling more high than what he would feel on the dabs because he was just like, man, like I don't know what's
6
wrong with me.
dabs?
And like
Yo, I do 1 dab, I gotta take a seat, bro.
and then after was when he was cleaning up the kitchen from all the cooking they were doing. He then read it like, oh man, these are medicated. Because he was just cleaning up, eating like just random snacks as he just took the dabs, and he doesn't really like eating his own food like when he's around, so he'll just eat at everything else that's out.
I'm gonna make a new song for him. Didn't know they were medicated.
Hey, he just started, and then at that point when he's talking like this, and he's just like having a conversation with you, but just leaned all the way to the side.
Doing the Fat Joe.
Ooh, lean back.
Sitting on the sofa, faded. Didn't know they was medicated.
Look at him.
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Left.
I'm sitting sideways, sideways, sideways.
Oh, Paul Wall.
Lean.
I'm sitting sideways.
Lean.
Getting his Paul Wall on.
How do you like the meat? Lean.
I'm leaning back like a cholo.
He just
Out.
Oh man.
look at him. He's just.
Oh wow, the Cookie King, the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Cookies.
It was funny though.
I give it to him though, man. How did you not? Like, I just wonder because I mean, he's had edibles. How did you not taste?
Well, apparently none of the boxes were written on.
No. Time out. See, my.
I don't understand that.
chocolate was
Like,
good.
Let me say
That
this.
chocolate
You got to
was
taste
good.
it a little bit.
I listen, labeled or not, like if I bite into an infused cookie, I could taste the infusion off top.
Even if it's a little taste.
There's always a hint of it there if you're paying attention.
That's what is that what you just said?
Yes.
He wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't
was
paying
like,
attention.
walking around.
One, he didn't read the label, obviously.
Yeah.
And he didn't pay attention to his palate.
It kind of doesn't taste like there's weed in it.
Really?
Yeah. Like
It's
I
scary.
ate 10 of them on Friday, which is explained why.
You ate 10.
I ate 10, and you can ask anyone. I was
You got
walked-
duped out too.
Yeah, it was great. It lasted all the way till New Year's Eve.
You know what's
Wow.
funny? Let me tell you what. So many people got duped out by those cookies. I did not. I didn't touch them, right? Because I noticed one day that Cali Blaze was like faded, and he was like in a zone. Like he had this look on his face, like whoa, like that type of look. I'm like, dude, what's going on? He goes, dude, I don't know. I just took a couple dabs and I'm cool. and then the next day, Aton says, man, the other cookies, they're all medicated, man. Mine are the only ones that didn't come medicated.
Yep.
And that's when Cali Blaze it like hit him. He goes, no wonder I ate 6 of those motherfuckers. And blah, 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 blah. I was wondering why I was out of it.
Oh shit.
Dude,
And everybody got smashed by them fucking cookies.
yeah, I ate 10. Colton said he had eaten some, and he didn't smoke that day, so he was just like,
Where the cookies at?
He was like, why am I?
Oh, they're out there.
Oh, they out there?
Yo,
Uh,
you want?
How many you want?
Hold on, hold on.
How many you want,
Wait,
Fredro? I'll have
Yeah,
them run
Fredro.
up.
I'm gonna wait
Phaedra
till
too.
I'm gonna wait till after this. I'm lucky I ain't driving, man. We got the test. What we gotta do is press autopilot. We good. We straight.
I'm gonna just eat 2 just to see what his 12 could have felt like.
No, man. No. I was
How
at
many
10.
milligrams per cookie is in there?
I want to say that
Nothing was specified.
I think that
Yo.
30.
30 milligrams? That's not
30
so bad.
milligrams, so you gotta take like 10. No,
If 10 would be
3. 3 is 100. That's my.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 is good for me.
Like,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. That's why I'd rather do the gel caps because you got to have all that sugar to get to the place you want to ramp to.
That's the fun
The
part.
gel cap is like straight 100 milligrams, like that.
No, he's got 250.
I got gel caps that are
Yo,
just a
I
straight
don't
deal.
know about that, son. That's kind of scary.
That's what I took last night. Ha!
Whoa.
Sleeping pills.
It's like liquid, like
Yeah.
oh.
I'll show them to you.
No.
If you
Yo. I might need that. Like, can you take that on the flight? Or
Yeah.
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 Oh,
You could,
like,
yeah. If you got an overseas
Flights, right?
flight,
Yeah.
If you got an overseas,
12 hours.
perfect.
Perfect, right? Take
Take-
it like an hour before.
Yes.
Take it the day before, and then
No.
you'll feel
Day
it the
before?
rest of the day.
Take it the morning, like
Take it
right
the
in the morning, and then as you're just chilling on the flight, like after you go through all the stuff, because you ain't gonna feel it unless you're on an empty stomach. You might feel it within 2 hours.
250 though. Oh, I don't know.
Maybe take a 100,
Man.
then you're good.
yo,
Might need to do an emergency
I just
landing.
fill up mine. I just fill mine all the way up because I know I got a high tolerance. Period. Right. So I fill mine up 300, 400 milligrams. But the one last night, it was like a half of one, and I didn't know it was gonna hit me the way it did.
Ew.
it's good for flights.
It is great for flights.
Yeah, it's like an ambient.
Yeah.
You be flying in your sleep. I'm telling you.
I knocked out once.
Flying high for
edibles
real.
on a flight. I was doing some edibles. I forgot where I was going, but I knocked out like 5 hours or something. I woke up. The stewardess was in my face, yo, and my eyes was bloody. I didn't even want to look at her. She was like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "No, I'm good. Like,
Just throw
like
the hoodie
I just
on,
felt like, yo, she was gonna see that I was twisted, you know. I just
Yeah.
The edible is good.
Or you gonna feel twisted. And this is like, for me, because I don't like, again, I like edibles, but I don't like the way that it tastes. Some of them, if it's sugary, it's too sweet for me, right? And they don't make a lot of good savory edibles. You got to eat a lot of it to actually, get to the effect. And then you really can't tell how much you got to eat. So for me, I'm like, I'm going to cut out all the middle shit.
Just
and
go straight to the real shit.
And just go straight to the real shit.
Wow.
That way I'm not taking in any calories that I don't need from the sugar.
That's the smart
good.
way.
That's
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
That's it.
So, but now and then, if it's a good edible made by the right person, yeah, I'll try it. Like the cookies that some of our people make, because we got like some of the greatest fans. Like they're really good with the baking and cooking, and they'll send shit in from time to time. Hence these cookies,
Wow.
because I don't like to bake them anymore, and I don't like to cook anymore. So they'll do it. Even
Man, so you getting shit imported.
sometimes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we got great fans over here. Salute to all y'all.
Yes.
And if you haven't smashed that like yet, I take it all back. Smash that goddamn like. Prove me right.
Come on, subs. Let's go.
Hit subscribe. Crack that all notification bell. Get down with the content we be dropping on the Dr. Greenthumb Show and BREALTV and all that. We got Fredro Starr up in here if you don't be knowing.
The Onyx is here.
Right.
This real shit
What's
right
up?
here.
What up with Sticky?
Oh, Sticky's, he's doing a movie with Van Damme right now.
Fan, damn.
Damn.
tight.
Damn.
This is the karate dude,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the legend.
Double legends.
I said, don't let Van Damme kick your ass.
Hey, when Van Damme, I think that one of the last movies he did that was like bigger was with the Expendables. He had a good role in that. That was a pretty good one for him. Like, because they, with the Expendables, they bring it all the old school action heroes.
I like the Expendables. That's
Yeah.
all the OGs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they find a way to work it. It was dope the way they worked him in as a villain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that shit.
That's dope that Sticky gets to go do a
Yeah,
piece with
I
bro.
thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Van Damme was definitely a legend. We grew up off that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, he was one of the motherfuckers that was just kicking everybody ass. But niggas always wanted to like test him right back in
Yeah.
the days. He always had to like fight and shit.
Yeah. What's crazy was that people would always trip out on his flexibility, being able to do that Chinese splits.
Yeah, they're like
Like
this
crazy.
way.
2 chairs.
He used to like jump up and kick people like, bah.
Yeah, he had like the prettiest kicks, man.
Dude.
Like just legs straight on him.
That nigga fucking sticky up right now.
Yeah. He's putting that straight leg
He has skills. man.
back
I
spinning
can't
kick.
front. Has skills.
Yeah, Van,
Oh man.
Van Damme.
That's cool, man. Like you know, you get to do a movie with someone you grew, you know, like you admired watching in
Right.
films and stuff like that. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Other than that, we was on tour with Laws Underground, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy because they been in the game exactly 30 years too.
Yeah.
So it was a cool little tour.
Lords of the Underground. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, we toured with them in Europe.
They told us.
It was wild, bro. It was a wild time. We was wilding out.
They told us about that.
Young, wild, and for Bolton's sake, brazy. You know what I'm saying?
Brazy.
It was because I think it was us, Lords of the Underground, Funk Dubious, and I can't remember the other group. I think it was an artist from England.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Damn, we've been doing this shit too fucking long.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Straight up. That's ill, right?
It's great when you could stand the test of time, and all the people that doubted the fact that you'd even get one off in the first place just have to suck that up.
Word.
Real.
Pause. I was just a kid from the park. I just wanted Rakim to notice me when I was rhyming in the park. He wasn't even looking my direction. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that little, like, yo, I'm right here. I'm still the same person. You know what I'm saying? Notice me, like, you know what I'm saying? The kid from the park, Baisley.
That's crazy.
That's it.
Jamaica Queens.
Yeah.
Right?
I wonder if Rakim knows the impact and effect that he had on a lot of us that came after him, like how much we like really like got down with him, because I feel like rappers shifted styles when a few rappers came out in those early days. KRS-One was one of them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And definitely Big Daddy Kane was another one.
You know what it was? Rakim had the soundtrack for the crack movement.
Yeah.
Like, he had the soundtrack for the streets, or when, like, crack took over. Like, it was, like, the whole Supreme team, Paid in Full, the Image, the whole just getting money, drug dealers, you know what I mean? But he was dropping knowledge.
And he wasn't none of that.
No.
He was none of that really.
No, but he was dropping knowledge like I'm the God Rakim, but his shit was like Paid in Full, like, you know.
To all the
how to
hustle
get
kids,
money.
to all the hustle kids, gang bangers, all that crowd. He was the man, and he was dropping knowledge the whole time.
And then his wares, he looked like a drug dealer, but he was dropping knowledge.
What you know what was crazy is that like his style was just so ahead of the game, but his vocal tone and the beats that he flipped over, I mean, it was just a great combination.
Right, it was the soundtrack of the 80s, 86, 86. That was it. That's the era.
You could crack his shit off right now, and motherfuckers would be like, "Yo, that's that shit."
Yeah,
right
that album, that first album was classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came in the door. I said it before.
My melody,
I would
melody
imagine.
and all
Yeah.
that was crazy, man.
I would imagine he's heard it so many times now, but like I would imagine, like that as he's living it, he doesn't realize the impact that he had on a lot of us.
He has to, because he's always considered
By
top
now.
5 that are like Rakim knows.
Yeah.
Come on, B.
By now, yes.
Motherfuckers studied fucking Rakim forever, B.
Ever.
It's just like people
Still
read the
studying
Bible.
him.
You talk about, a person from the past like Jesus. Like Rakim is a person from the past. You talk about that it's just like he's part of hip hop's Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you want to
Rakim.
be like a fully rounded lyricist, I think you got to know what's up with Rakim.
Right.
Like that's like one of the first you have to study.
Like
upon.
he's like a foundation.
Foundation, yeah. Him and Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap,
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick,
KRS.
KRS-One.
Yeah.
teaches.
foundational.
We felt that as kids growing up, like that because those guys were before us, so we felt it like we was like just fans of this shit. We didn't even really think about it at that time. It was just like, I'm enjoying this shit. I love this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it was crazy because just a wave of really dope shit came out for everyone to get excited about.
Yeah.
You know, like when you heard the first hip hop records here on the West Coast, we're like, what the fuck? Where's more of this at?
Yeah.
And then, you know, we start getting it via K-Day, which was a mixed, well, it was an AM station that played R&B and hip hop on Fridays. They had a mix show with the mix masters, and they would play every East Coast hip hop record because that's really all that existed.
Right.
And they'd play a few West Coast joints of cats that caught on early, but like you'd hear, you know, everything was mostly East Coast hip hop, and man, you couldn't wait for the next week to come to hear that again and whatever new shit you might hear.
And so NWA came out. Then the game changed.
Yeah,
Then it was like a shift in the climate.
Well, it was Ice-T and Kid Frost that came out,
Right.
And people started catching a spark from that, and then Toddy T and Mixed
Coming
Master
straight out of
Space.
Compton. Once that came out, it was over.
And then NWA came out, and Compton's Most Wanted, and then
King T.
Then eventually Tone Loc.
Yeah.
Who was like the first to have like the Snoop like acceptance as a gangbanger Crip rapper. Like Tone Loc had the run that Snoop is having now back then.
But Tone Loc was more like a more like an MC Hammer, like not
Not
like that, but he was like the party guy. You know what I'm saying?
In the beginning, he came out slightly serious, and then they flipped him into the party rapper, right? Because they realized he had character and a personality.
He worked it. He did cartoons and all that. Shout out to Tone Loc,
listen,
the God.
Hey, listen, he did everything that Snoop Dogg is doing now.
You're right.
It's just that Snoop Dogg got to reap the benefits of doing it bigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like they had the same sort of run if you look at it. Like in for history's sake, Tone Loc was a Crip, and he claimed it, and he was like the first in
He crossed over.
Yeah, and crossed over with it, and like got all these different opportunities, and
He had all the white girls in the video.
and people love Tone.
That's like, he just is
And
like
he
this.
smoked mad weed.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a song called Chiba Chiba, not for nothing, on his first album. So, you know, like,
Hell yeah.
Funky Go Medina.
you know, but those were like the first sparks. But like any first hip hop that we heard out here was through K-Day, and it was mostly East Coast stuff. And me, I was always waiting for what new shit was coming out of the East Coast. That's why like all my style that I've ever flipped never sounded like a West Coast style of flip when I write. It's a hybrid of West Coast and East Coast.
You know what's crazy? EPMD is kind of like a West Coast sound because they was rocking on the funk parliament shit.
Right.
But they was from the East Coast, so they kind of blended it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They kind of, with the guys on the East using West Coast type of sounds, you know what I'm saying?
They did it sort of like what Big did later. Like what Puffy was trying to like, you know, plug into Big was like, hey, let's try this because this. And he sounded amazing over it.
Right.
And I think he realized that because at first, you know, the story was he didn't want to do that. Like, this ain't hip hop.
Yeah, he wanted to just do, give me the loop, give me the loop.
Yeah. But then he heard how dope he sounded on that shit.
That shit sound hot.
And then they hit a lick.
It was all a dream. Yeah. That was over with.
But do you know that I thought
hip hop changed after that?
Yeah, you know, I always thought it was dope when West Coast rappers, like let's just say MC8, would get off of a West Coast sounding beat and do an East Coast sounding thing with Primo or Muggs or somebody like that, because it showed a whole different side of his flip. And you know what I mean? Because some of us, we get boxed into this West Coast gangster rapper boxing. They think, you know, he can only rap over this right here. He can only sound good over this. And guys like 8 prove that theory wrong when they're like rocking on East Coast beats and sounding crazy,
that was
snapping.
incredible. The project with Primo was incredible.
And so I always liked when East Coast rappers did West Coast things too, and West Coast rappers like took a chance and said, well, we don't got to sound like West Coast rappers. Let's do this East Coast type of sound. Like Farside did that too. Like Farside, they had a good combination of like sounding a little Westish, but like a lot of East Coast influence.
Beats were knocking West, like East Coast.
Yes, sir.
Some Tribe Called Quest type of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I
The
mean?
jazz loops.
Yeah, the jazz loops. Yeah.
Jay Swift.
Yeah.
Jay Swift had heat.
Nah, but what about the Souls of Mischief? That one
Yeah.
record, 1993.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
30 years. That record right
93
there,
too?
that one record was crazy.
Crazy.
To this day, I hear that shit. I'm like, all these niggas
Yeah,
had
that's
different
fire.
flows. Niggas was this shit was crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a party banger.
that joint was crazy.
High row.
The party.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, anytime you put that on, it just smacks.
that's
It's,
that's that thing right there.
yeah. It's that longevity smack. Transcending time. You know what I mean? You hear that, it's just there's something about it.
Right.
It's just like when you hear Shook Ones.
You right.
You hear that first run.
Classic. Classic.
That
You hear those hi hats and
yup. To all my killers and my $100 bills.
Yo, we play that at the show. We gotta play that.
Yeah.
We gotta cheat code.
Yeah, that's the cheat code. And realistically, I think it's dope when our groups pay homage to other groups like that and like give those flowers. It's like, yo, this we fuck with this.
Right. But how I merge it in the show, I say when we do the we play the Shook Ones, I be like, yo, it feel like 8 Mile in here. Word up. Shout to Eminem. And then I say, since we talking about 8 Mile, let's play Last Days. This was in 8 Mile too. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody put your lighters up. Chicago's go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's how I bridge the gap.
Work them up.
Yeah.
That's one of my joints too.
Yeah.
That shit hits.
Oh man, it's very special.
Yeah.
You know, that's how special it is. We went over the time right here. All right, it's time. Let's
Oh, we
get
did?
it. No,
do you
not.
mean?
It's
You don't know what time it is?
submissions.
Let them know.
Time for submissions. 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 Time for submissions.
All right, we got a bunch of submissions in today. First one's up. We got GLA Rain up in here with a little beef. I think it's bok choy, chicken dumplings during the show.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Damn.
Not bad, yeah. Okay, he's listening to us as he's about to enjoy his
bad,
plate.
Not bad.
Good thing.
Dumplings.
Dumpy.
That's cool.
That's very cool. Treat yourself right, baby.
Yeah. Eat the food.
And next up in here, we got Steve O from the 209 with a little bit of lobster tails.
It's all you guys.
Treat yourself right.
Bring it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good.
I don't know about that.
I'm good.
So you
I
got,
used to love lobster.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, it just reminds you like spiders of the sea.
Yeah.
I've been finding that people, you know, that used to love it, like they don't love it so much anymore.
Yeah.
I can get that though, like because I mean, you got to actually want it to have it.
Yeah.
It's not the first thing you think of.
It's like a drug.
Yeah.
You know it's good, but you just can't do it.
Yeah.
Soaked in butter.
Yep.
You know, it's like I know I just can't do it.
And shout to yesterday for the Brisket King for the tacos.
Oh yeah. Salute to the Brisket
Wow.
King for the tacos.
Oh, he's going crazy. That dirty grill, you know it tastes good.
Oh, it tastes great.
All that flavor on that grill,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. That's that New York style.
He had chicken and he had what was it?
Tri-tip.
Tri-tip.
You order chicken, but you get everything.
Yeah.
It's like pork, beef, everything was on this grill.
It was delish.
Bards,
Yes.
tacos.
I got to
like
work
that,
that,
I like
off.
that, I like that.
We working that off tonight, baby.
And then afterwards, he did the what was it? The grilled cheese with the Texas toast, and he
Oh,
put
yeah.
both the.
Oh, I was done. No, I was not having any of that.
You don't even gotta put flavor on that. Just cook it on the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he grilled it up,
That's it.
and that was it.
The Lorry's is on there. It's like
Oh, when you come back, because I know you are, we're gonna make sure that he's here this day so that you can experience the deliciousness.
he's crazy.
Oh,
that
yeah.
grill is crazy. That grill is worth $1 billion.
Oh, we don't call our boy the
Don't
brisket.
ever clean it.
Our boy the brisket king. I mean, he like realistically, he's earned this name. Yet, like if you like brisket, this motherfucker is one of the best.
Yep.
But it's barbecued off top.
Certified.
Certified, some of the best too.
Big boy stab. Yup. Big boy stab.
And we got Tommy from the Virgin Islands showing off some fishing and some badass sunsets.
Damn.
It's very zen. Till you get a hook on the, till you get your fish hooked.
Get a lot.
And then you got to reel it in. That's not so zen.
I want to go to there.
Beautiful. Weather's nice.
Smoke a few joints.
The
right?
water's kind of rough over there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it looks choppy.
I would get back to land, bro. I don't know.
I'd be getting sick on that boat.
It's looking
Yeah.
kind of rough out there, buddy.
You take a little Dramamine.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might want to sell it back.
My little floaties just in case we sink.
See that big shark coming, be like, oh my God.
Oh, but there goes my legs.
Dinner time.
Looks like sharks having leg sticks.
He's trying to talk the shark out of it. Look, I'm too skinny. I'm all bones, dude. You don't get no benefit from me.
I'm not your cup of tea.
Not your cup.
And next up in here, we got Card Playa saying, what's he saying here? This is for Bobo. This is Gary Coleman hitting Bobo.
Oh man. Yeah.
Damn.
It kind of illustrates what happened.
This when cartoons was ill.
Yeah.
Yo, cartoons, they like this. Yo, cartoons back in the days, they was trying to violate everything. Like, everything was violation, right?
Yeah, Jerry used to fuck Tom up. Boy.
Hell yeah. Everything was, I gotta kill you, I gotta shoot you. It was wow.
Yeah.
Now they just, singing songs and shit. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So many cartoons have been canceled.
Because of the violence in the
Crazy.
cartoons.
Tom and Jerry used to go crazy.
Oh yeah.
Every day they got up every day to fuck each other up.
I mean, that's where the concept of Itchy and Scratchy came from on The Simpsons. The fact that they used to, like, Tom and Jerry used to fuck each other up. Itchy and Scratchy, they took it to a whole nother level of fucking each other up. You know, and that was their play off of Tom and Jerry.
Right.
Yeah.
Like clowning the violence.
Yeah.
Because Itchy and Scratchy were 10 times more violent.
And dude, as amazing, as that cartoon is, I thought about it the other day. I watched an episode. Like, they never speak to each other. It's all action.
No,
all action.
They just like
It's on site.
on site.
As soon as I see you, it's
Yeah.
on site. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Actions speak louder than words.
They never talked to each other. Never said one word to each other.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
There's only once or twice where they got along.
Yeah.
That's it.
probably, right? I
Yeah.
think so.
Like maybe 3 episodes I've seen in my life where they actually got along
They called truce for a second.
because they were gonna fuck someone else up.
And it's crazy because recently I've seen them on streaming services, and I don't realize how like short the skits are. They're like 7 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes.
Hell yeah.
And seeing it as a kid, I thought it was just like 30-minute shows because they'll play them back to back. But
No,
seeing that,
because they, most of them, even including TV shows, they'll run a piece for about 15 to 20 minutes, then go into a commercial break, then run another 10 to 15 minutes into another commercial break, right? And if it's an hour, that's what it does every 15, 20 minutes to stop for the ad, the plugs and all that.
yeah.
If it's a half hour, then it's like it's cut even more, right? So it's like every 5 minutes it's a stop for a commercial. And it seems like forever, but it's not.
much.
I'd be like, damn, man, how long is the commercial going to be, man?
Yeah. And a show is doing well based off of how many commercials is running in between the stop. Like if it's just like 2, 3 commercials, nobody's watching this shit yet. But if it's like, 5, 6, 7 commercials squeezed into like 30 to 20-second bits, them motherfuckers got ratings.
Violent. We had the violent cartoons, man.
Yeah.
We when we grew up, it was fun.
Woody
Hell
Woodpecker.
yeah. Woody Woodpecker and then Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Remember when Daffy Duck was beating up the genie to go down?
There's a lot of scraps that happened in the cartoon world.
A lot of scraps.
A lot of scraps.
Who was it? The alien?
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner.
They was trying to body him.
Every day though.
They was trying to body the Roadrunners.
Could never catch the
He
Roadrunner.
could never, dude, and he always ordered things from Acme that never worked. But he stayed ordering from him.
The Roadrunner stays undefeated.
Absolutely.
He's never been.
Ran over.
All right.
We got Lindsay up in here saying, forget all those kids shows. My 1-year-old gets down to the Dr. Greenthumb show.
Let's go.
What's up?
There it is.
Lindsay's saying he's been watching every day since he was born.
All right, Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay. Parental guidance suggested.
Hey, they got the cage over the TV.
That's right.
Yeah, just
That's cool. Well done. He'll be a smoker.
That's right. Or an advocate, or both.
Hey, the more the merrier. We need more the merrier.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Bring it.
All right, we got this sent in from Johnny. This one's called When the Ride Operator Pulls a Seatbelt Prank on You.
Let's do it for Johnny.
No, fucking not. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go. Just go already.
Gotta tighten your seatbelt.
Who, him?
Ooh, way too loose, man. You can slip out. You gotta tighten it. Pull on it.
Bro, you were.
Don't play with me, bro.
No, pull it from the bottom.
Bro,
It's like a car seatbelt. Like you just pull it in.
See, that's when I don't play
wait,
these games.
is mine too loose?
Actually, both of them. Hey, I got both seatbelts completely loose.
Yo, when I get down, I'm whooping his ass. You getting your ass whooped.
That's amazing.
Nah, you deserve a punch.
Why would he let go? He should be holding on for life.
Yo, my man, you gonna get listen.
Hey, that's, hey, because two things could happen. One person could pass out, heart attack, or one person pisses or shits themselves.
Oh man.
When I get down,
Oh man, and it looked like homie pissed himself because I mean, you know, like
Tom and Jerry, son, on site.
she did the smart thing. She held on for dear life to them damn handles. Homie's like, I don't know what he's doing.
He's trying to
over there.
swim.
He's trying to swim out of that. It's like, nah, man, this ain't a dream. That don't work.
Catching a seizure or something.
That's fucked up.
I'll say the best ones that I've seen from these types of cameras is the DMX where he goes on with his daughter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Listen, I would be pissed off if they did a prank like that on me. Like it made me believe it wasn't secure. I would be pissed. I'd be wanting to fight somebody.
Shout to DMX, man.
I want to talk to your supervisor, you son of a bitch.
How dare you?
All right.
And we got this one sent in from Bernardo Cruz saying, I celebrate 420 on January 5th because I know how to reduce my fractions.
All right, January 5th. Maybe that's a day we, you know, commemorate a new celebration day.
I'm with it.
January 5th. What? Today?
Hey, that's today.
The next one's February 10th.
All right, next year's February 10th?
No, the next date after that, if they're doing it by fractions, is 210.
All right,
Wow.
so then we go February 10th?
210, yeah.
All right, cool.
Wow.
Good to know.
And we were talking about Mario Kart the other day in the studio. Here's kind of the little setup.
This is the live home Mario Kart circuit. So they're playing on the screen, but as you can see, it's our house.
Let's go.
So I'll bring you over here.
That's not.
And, no, you're fine. Just go backwards.
Whoa.
So the cars move around and go through these.
No way.
Yeah, I seen this the other day. It's pretty dope.
Insane.
Why? You went around. You gotta go through it.
This is insane.
And look, his
But
father's
they're
in the
playing.
background.
How
Look.
cool is this?
Wow.
See?
Ooh, and they get ooh, yeah, there's Johnny.
Oh, that's hot.
That's dope.
They can use like banana peels, and it'll do things to the car.
Definitely
make the car go
smoke-worthy.
faster,
That is
make the car
smoke-worthy.
stop
Right?
when They hit a banana peel.
We gotta get-
Smoking with
so
that?
cool.
We got to get this. We got to get that over here.
That's crazy.
Bring it.
I'm down.
Okay, guys.
All right, Pedro, I'm leaving it up to you.
Good with that. Show.
Get it done next week. By next week.
Get me one.
Hey, hold on, real quick before you go to the next one. You've been to Japan several times, right, Fredro?
Once or twice. Not enough.
Not enough. Same here. Like Cyprus, we've been there like maybe 3 times ever.
Not enough.
Have you ever tripped out when, like in Tokyo, the people that dress up in the Mario characters in the onesies and like they do the races in the
We ain't
street?
see that when we was there.
Yeah, they got
Really?
those. Yeah, Mario Kart races.
Get the
I think I
fuck
caught
out
it
of
one
here.
time.
You got to have an international or a universal license, whatever they call it,
Yeah.
to be able to get to be able to drive the car. But like, yeah, it's for tourists. If
They
you
be
put-
having the real cars and all that?
Damn, look at that.
Oh,
Yep.
shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm down.
They don't do that in New York?
no,
Come on.
they should, right?
I guarantee you that shit is in New York. That look like New York right there.
That's definitely in Tokyo. But I'm saying
New York got to get up on that shit. That look like some New York City
you could
shit.
do that in New York. That would be awesome.
That look
if
like
they-
Harlem right now. Look
Yeah.
like a bunch of Harlem niggas.
Yeah, and people get up in the onesie, like, and they choose the character, and they drive around in a pack, like, in as if they're
Yo,
racing.
niggas be doing willies on them shits. Eh.
Motherfuckers will get out of hand over there, boy.
Wow. We got to bring that to
Yeah.
New York. Not them shits though. Niggas, New York can have it a little bit different though. New York probably wouldn't have the suits on though.
Don't go by the projects with that.
Niggas ain't wearing the suits.
Hey, they do takeovers in like the intersections.
Yeah.
He said in Japan, nah, but
Yeah. Like they have like a leader that guides the pack through the street and one in the back who makes sure that they're coordinating so that, you know, they're adhering to the laws of the traffic and all that stuff.
had them niggas serving
But
weed.
this is how they do. They just follow each other around as if they're
Them
racing.
niggas,
That's dope.
them niggas be motherfucking dropping weed off.
Hey, like you're stopping by the vape store real quick.
Word.
That would be a
Them
good.
just look fun though.
Oh yeah, man. Because they go pretty fast.
Like go
Just look
karting.
fun.
Should do like 50 maybe.
I don't know about the suit though.
Probably.
I probably just rock the hat or something.
Hey,
Have a hat or
50.
something.
That'd be fast, dude. 50?
50's kind of fast.
That's kind of
Well, I mean, you got to be in the flow of traffic over there.
And you got taxi cabs over there too in New York.
Speed wobbles.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
On your
30.
website.
It ain't for a nervous motherfucker to be doing that. Let me just say that.
Now
Like,
New York probably got too many
probably
potholes
20.
for that shit.
you better be confident in your driving and not be a person that's easily rattled to jump in and do that shit. Because I mean, you're driving through the city with cars around.
You're gonna hate those potholes.
They
That
ain't gonna
too.
work in New York.
Yeah.
Nah.
Now, I don't think
Niggas would
there's
be flipped
I
over.
don't think there's that many.
Damn, another nigga flipped over.
I don't think there's
Damn.
that many potholes in Tokyo though.
See,
Yes.
Tokyo is different.
Yeah.
They got, they probably got the shit smoothed out over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shit
that,
probably
that won't
smoothed
that,
out.
that won't work in Manhattan.
Nah, hell.
'Cause you guys
hit by
got
a
potholes
bus.
all over
Done.
the place
You
down there.
done. Let me take that back. It ain't gonna work in New York.
Yeah.
Hit by a bus. Boom.
It could work if
That-
they fix the
They
road.
gotta get the 4-wheeler joints though. The shit with the big tires. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them niggas ain't gonna be running around with all little carts and shit. The fuck out of here. That shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah. I could see that though.
Give it a shot though.
All right.
We got a little joint rating again from Luis. You gave him a 4 yesterday, and this is his new one.
Also, he was fucking around yesterday then.
Oh.
Or he took it slightly more serious. All right, go to the neck real quick.
What kind of filter he got on there though?
That's a funky field tip right
okay.
there. That's one of our classes.
Look all right.
So if you go to the neck right
Little
here
skinny right there.
on the top end,
Little, could be a little,
yeah, he's got a pinch on this top end of the neck over here. We'll call that a hickey. All right. And as you go up, I don't know what happened here, but
More hickeys.
I mean it's more hickeys, but it's better than yesterday's.
It just need a little bit more weed, just a little bit.
Slightly more weed and lighter touch so that you can get that roll slightly more even. Because when you get to the right side or the bottom side, you could see those 2 shark bites right there.
As soon as you pull it, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then you're showing it to us after you've lit it,
Which is interesting.
which is interesting. So I'm gonna have to say 4.5.
Wow.
Improvements.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's good.
There you
Damn.
go.
1.5.
Going up.
Moving up.
It's moving up.
And we got K Yazzie up in here smoking on some purple punch.
That looks pretty good.
Bada bing.
Very colorful. Purple.
Definitely looks like Purple Punch.
Yeah,
Nice.
purple punch is good. Grown right.
It's been a while. It's crazy.
If not grown right, it just looks purple, and that's
punch.
about it. There's no punch.
Yo, they had some trees on the internet. They put it in water. It was purple, and the water turned purple. You see that?
Oh man.
I was like, is that? Wait a minute.
Motherfuckers are doing some dirty shit.
That ain't. I hope that ain't it. But I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
Okay, that looks like some real shit. That looked like that Prince Purple Rain.
I remember back probably in mid 2000, like 2015, I would say. I got a hold of some really purple. It didn't look real, but it was like straight up purple weed, and not like the cheap purple where where it's like, because you could get weed purple by like putting it in a cold environment. That's why a lot of the weed up north is purple, because like when it's grown outdoors, they're dealing with the colder temperature up north, and so it causes the weed to turn purple. And you can also manipulate a grow room like that by, turning the heat. Turning it down and making it colder. And some used to when they were watering their plants on the last week when they were flushing it out, they'd do it with ice water to stress the plant because that's why it's turning purple. The plant is stressing and it causes that to happen.
Wow.
But there's other strains that are genetically this way where they're purple without you having to do that. And when you get one of those, you taste the difference. It's like way different.
It shit tastes like fucking, like candy.
Yeah, it's a different kind of sweet.
Awesome.
But I had some of that, and I was pleasantly surprised because I always slept on purples. I was like, whatever, they're not an OG. And then finally I got a hold of some real purple that wasn't manipulated to be purple, and it was like fire.
I like the OG too.
Yeah.
I'm an OG. It's hard to
Is
find
there
OG.
is there a way to make a OG purple?
Yeah, same thing. You make the grow room or the room that it's
That would be
it's in. You make it
OG
colder.
purple?
OG purple.
Yeah, you make the room colder.
OG purple. That sound hot.
Probably like
Uh-oh, here we
68.
go. Ching ching.
Probably go to 68 degrees or something like that, and it'll change the color to a darker color. Most likely purple.
Awesome.
All right.
Kenji.
And we got Red Boy up in here showing off his dog Lucy and saying Happy New Year.
What up, Lucy? That's a nice dog.
Lucy looks
Nice
cool.
dog.
Lucy. What up, Red Boy?
Happy New Year.
Dope dog.
And we got Smokestack Mac up in here saying he's smoking and making a
Oh,
hash hole.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hey, that's a good time.
That's a good hash hole right there that's happening right there.
Oh,
that
somebody's about. How's that gonna burn? That's
It's going to be great.
Wow.
Because it's actually in the middle. The way they laid this down is that the hash strip is right in the center. So it burns perfectly.
You roll these too, right?
How you gonna roll that shit up though?
You fold it like a taco, basically, and you just use the weed to cover it.
That's insane.
That's
He's ready to get.
Yeah, oh,
That's it. That's the after
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, and when you burn it, you see it's in the center. See that black dot? That's it right there.
It
He went
burns.
bananas with it.
That's what it should look like if you do it right.
Oh wow.
And it is an excellent job he's done there.
Now that's a great roll. He's rolling it right. He's
Yep.
rolling his shit right.
He did his right
On the Tiffany funky filter.
on the Tiffany tip.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he got that shit looking like a cigar.
That's right.
It burns like one.
Cigar.
Yeah, it burns like one. That's the thing. With the hash strip in there like that, the hash hole, it actually burns it slower.
I never got in the hash, man. I
Oh
never
man,
did shit.
you gotta
Hash-
try one.
It just doesn't do anything for me.
Like Cali Blaze.
No, it's just
Kind of hit you with.
like I had some hash from fucking Morocco. It was just supposed to be the. I was like, I don't like it.
It was the dark hash, right?
Yes.
You gotta try that lighter shit we
Yeah.
just
Because that
saw
should
right
look
there.
like caramel or something.
Oh yeah, no, that right there, it tastes way better, and the impact is just
Yeah,
you'll
some
like
dark
that.
hash.
Yeah, you'll like it over the dark hash for sure. The dark hash is good. Don't get me wrong. That shit is still good. It's just that if you want flavor and immediate impact,
Right.
that shit right there.
And the last one of the day, we got a little dog picking a fight with the big dog.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I seen this.
It happens. Oh man.
Now see, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
The dog realized he fucked
I'm
up.
gonna
Yeah,
whoop.
he
Yep, he sure did.
Bam!
You know what? If you
Uh-oh.
don't sit your ass, boy.
Felt bad.
Listen.
Yep, he broke the dog instinctually knows.
First of all, you're supposed to be concerned about the dog, but you so mad. You like if you don't sit your
All right.
Get your ass back in here.
yeah exactly.
My window.
God damn it, I'm gonna take you to the pound right
I
now.
hope the dog is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
for real.
That
Yeah.
glass.
That's how strong dogs are though.
It was like, whatever.
That's a strong dog, boy.
He was going for his.
going.
Damn.
Yo, where you was going though? Like wait, like
Full
what
charge.
you doing, my nigga? Like
That little ass dog was lucky that
I mean, he was probably just trying to lean up on the glass, right?
yo, my man, what you doing, my man? Like I'm like you try to talk to your dog like yo, my man.
he looked
what's
like he
good?
was trying
what
to
you
jump
doing,
out.
My man,
Yeah.
you wilding right now. I mean, like, come on, man.
what's up?
We was going to Target. We was just going up the street, man.
Yeah,
Now you
right.
just made this whole thing a whole episode right now. Now we got to go to the glass man.
Man, yep, you gotta go replace that window now. Gotta explain to wifey what the dog did.
Your dog.
I told you about this fucking dog, Tom.
He probably tried to blame the other driver too.
Yeah. Well, it was this fucking little dog, and he was barking at.
Blame the other driver.
Yep.
Yeah, it's this little dog.
Word. Hey, we want to thank you for your submissions. Keep them coming to BRealTVcontests@gmail.com, and we will run them just like the ones you saw today. If we don't get them on the day you send them, we get them on the next day. Now we're going to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all in the live chat, the 5150s. If y'all got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, now is the time.
Insane Asylum?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. We got RBZ Twitch TV up in here saying, yo, we need a crazy sticky finger story.
I'm not gonna tell no sticky finger stories, but yo, sticky fingers, crazy ass, thought it was cool to bring a gun at the Source Awards, and I didn't know about that shit. Go on YouTube and look at this fucking fool. Scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what was going on.
Damn.
Word up, but yeah, man, Sticky's a crazy motherfucker, man.
And we got Stupid Almanac up in here asking, what song would you perform live that you feel is repetitive, but they still love it, and you bring it to them?
Who you asking that?
Oh, asking Fredro.
Hey, Fredro.
Right.
Oh shit. I'm just saying, everybody in here got a song like that.
Yeah.
He got a song. But listen, this is the song that pays the bills. This is the ones that, gets, hey man, slam. I've done that record. Listen, if I do that record again, I might, nigga.
But that's the one that had the most impact. And it's always tough for artists to do that, because I mean, you got to really love the song and all that.
It only works when you do it and they're not slamming.
Yeah.
It looks,
When they're not slamming.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, no, and it happens from time to time where it's like just maybe not the right crowd for this particular shit. You know what I mean? Like,
have you ever performed on like the slam calm?
Listen.
You ever did slam calm?
I've done slam in the worst conditions before. Yes, we performed
That's crazy.
calm before.
Like,
we performed for nobody before. It's like, been in the business.
yeah, you go through that. Everybody goes through that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, man. I mean, like, we've done shows where like we've come off of like doing a tour where every day was nuts, and then we go do this fucking one-off, and it's like. It's like,
we could have stayed at the hotel.
Yeah, it's like, man,
it wasn't worth it.
And then we look at that show like to have a better outlook on it, as opposed to like being
but you
down
know what?
on it.
That show, it'd be more effective to a fan.
Yeah, true. Because like maybe it didn't meet your expectations as the artist on what you wanted to see as a as the energy goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, if you did your job 100 like you would normally do, crowd or not, they leave affected in a way. They may not maybe physically express that energy, but you'll hear it after the show, like, yo, that was one of the dopest shows I ever seen. Or they might hit you on on your IG or whatever platform and be like, yo, I just saw you over here and that was one of the dopest shows. And you're like, well, what show did you see?
Sometimes,
you know what I mean? But realistically, your expectations are wound up in a certain way.
You know why? Because our audience, they be smoked out sometimes. They just be high. They be like,
they take it in a different way.
They be like, oh shit, hell yeah.
And we always look at it like, well, it's paid practice. You know what I mean? Like, we may not have felt what we wanted to feel in terms of what we're used to seeing in terms of energy, but we went out there and
it's up close and personal to a fan. They'll be like, yo, I saw Be Real, like, right there. He was like, I was touching his shoes and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they go home with that shit.
Yeah, like, we look at it like they paid to see us rehearse.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but with full energy, like a full set, like we're doing the set. because realistically, everybody enjoys music differently. Not everybody wants to be rah-rah and like, knocking against each other and stuff like that, especially older audiences. They're like, back 15 years ago, yeah, I'll go knock around with anybody. But now, hey, don't step on my fucking shoes.
Yeah, chilling by the bar, you know what I'm saying?
I just got these shoes, man. Don't step on them. Don't spill your fucking drink on them. None of that.
Got a table,
yeah.
relax.
It's crazy how that goes. All right.
We got El Boogie Baby up in here. Fredro, what current hip-hop artists are you currently listening to?
Oh, man, I'm listening to a lot of artists right now, man. The whole 100 Mad Click. My man Hard Luck from Jersey is dope. You got to check this kid out, man. This kid Hard Luck. Ricky Batts always doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I like what Griselda doing, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They doing their thing, as my man mentioned. Who else is popping out there? I mean, I like real hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? I like real hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Eric Bobo up in here asking, what would y'all think about a Cypress Hill Onyx tour?
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God. I think that's energy 1,000%.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
Like I often thought, right? Like after our verses, right? They didn't do that right. They totally botched that.
Oh yeah,
shit.
verses. Shout the verses. Verses didn't do it right, but shout the verses.
Shout out to them, but they didn't do ours right. Had they had it like traditional and like brought our crowd
just have our shit free.
Yeah, just have our shit free and have our hip hop crowd there.
Don't experiment with the gods in them.
Yeah,
They ever air it?
Put it. Well, yeah, it went on Triller's site or something like that. On
I still ain't see that.
I didn't see it.
I still ain't see it.
No, it went out.
And I was on it.
The whole thing was this.
Was I?
The whole thing was this. Had they had
Was I on it?
had they had the right crowd and they didn't mix it with boxing,
Right.
they would have saw like
Yo, listen,
an
man.
amazing.
They should have had that shit at the Go-Go Whiskey, man.
Right.
They should have just had that shit dirty, like.
We should
straight up.
You know
I'm
what?
keeping it 100.
You know
But
we
listen,
should
man, the
do
money
it.
was there. It was a good experience.
You know what we should do at some point is put that show together.
Right.
But like put it together.
Same way, like do 3 songs.
Yeah.
3 songs come out that's dope.
But like rock it like a set, like it's sort of like, just waving together and like get our crowd in there and just rock with us, dude. I mean, like
That'd be cool.
we'll kill it like that.
Bring it.
Host it the right.
Bring it.
Me.
shitting me?
we craft that set proper. Oh my God, we'll just smash.
It would be crazy.
Yeah.
Cause we captured that early 90s right there.
That
Like
crazy energy.
that energy was right there. It kind of left a little bit like towards 94.
Yeah, people wanted to chill and lean back a little
You know what I'm
bit.
saying? But it got soulful.
Yeah.
But we was on that boom boom cat, boom boom cat.
That raw
Yeah,
aggressiveness.
it was just going crazy.
Yeah, man. That we got to put some. We're manifesting right now by just talking about.
Thank
it.
you, the listener, the guy.
That's right.
You threw that in the air and it's going to manifest.
That's right.
Just like that.
Bobo.
The guy Bobo.
That guy.
Guy Bobo.
And we got White Rhino up in here asking, Fredro, can you tell us a little about the Gangrene I'll Murder You song?
You know hip hop. This guy right here knows hip hop. First of all, rest in peace to X1. The song was called I Murder You, right? And I got with these guys from Southside Jamaica called Gangrene. Still
I remember
living.
them, yeah.
Yeah, Gangrene was still living. He just put out a single. I produced X1, X2. Rest in peace to X1. My man Dev, my brother Hussein was in the group, and we made a record called I Murder You. I did the beat. It was crazy. But at that time, they didn't get a deal. A lot of things happened in the streets or whatever. But we did put the instrumental on the All We Got Is Us album. There you go.
Didn't Alchemist do something with Gangrene?
Yeah,
He
had
did, right?
Him and
I
No.
think it was 2 different Gangrene.
Oh, there was 2 different.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah. They was all Gangrene, but different.
Word.
And we got Skeletor 618 up in here saying, Yo, B, you got to get Danny Diablo on the show.
Word.
Shout out to Danny, man.
Salute.
That's family.
We do got to get him.
And we got Dr. Frost up in here saying, got a little lost outside the asylum, but I always find my way home. Much love to y'all and keep it funky.
Salute. We'll leave breadcrumbs so you can always come back.
And we got Mr. Blizz88 asking, Be Real and Fredro, what was it like working with Eminem?
I mean, for me, I never worked in the studio personally with them. You know, it was always like this new style of working together. Sometimes, you know, file transfers and all that stuff. But like, you know, it's an honor working with Duke because like he's one of the best to fucking ever do it.
Right.
And a guy like that sort of challenges you to like be better. Like if you're gonna be on a track with him, you don't want to get blown the fuck out. So you up in your game. And
Right.
I like getting on tracks with cats that I respect like that because I feel like it makes me better. Like when we did that ASAP Ferg joint.
That was crazy.
That was dope.
See, ASAP Ferg put Onyx and Cypress on the track before anybody. Like he manifested it.
Was you thinking that?
Shout
too?
to Ferg.
Was you thinking that like yo, this is Eminem. I gotta step my bars up. And
When I worked with Eminem, when we worked with Eminem, we was in the studio with him, and nigga gave me some mushrooms, man.
Oh shit.
Word up, son. I ain't never took mushrooms after that. That night was crazy, son. He said, "Yo, you want to try some mushrooms?" I'm like, nah, I'm cool. So Sticky and X1, they already took the mushrooms. They already wild, and I see, you know what? Let me take one. I took one, the night, I don't even know what happened. Straight like that. Straight like that.
Blackout.
That's why, since Eminem, I don't do that no more. No mushrooms for me. I can't handle that shit. But nah, he's definitely ill with some. One thing about him, he always pays homage to the guys before him.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll never come out of his mouth and say this nigga is that or that. You know what I'm saying? He pays homage to, like, he learned from what we put out there, and he lets people know that shit, and that's real. I respect that.
Yeah, it was dope at the Hall of Fame when he gave. I don't know if you saw the speech.
I saw that.
Oh yeah, that was
speech
awesome.
was ill, and that shit was real. Like
That was awesome, and he was telling it 1 million.
it's real.
Wow.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I appreciated that. I appreciated
They
that.
need to hear that.
yeah, that was dope. How he
Even if he would have not mentioned us, I still would have been like, you know, because it's a lot of rappers, man.
Yeah.
It's over, like, it's a lot of rappers. But I knew that we definitely had a part of his growing up because he said that countless of times. You know what I'm saying?
And you could tell.
Yeah. So him working with you, I'm sure it was like, oh shit. He had to turn his shit up for you. Like, hold up, I gotta be real on this shit. Let me turn up on this nigga.
And
Yo, this nigga come with like 80 bars, so you know you gotta come with at least 30.
yeah.
You gotta have at least 30 in a clip.
We got Hybrid Cypher up in here saying, Peace to Fredro. Judgment Night is the best rap metal song, and he's asking, do you think they can make metal rap as good as that again?
Oh man. Man, Judgment Night. That movie and that whole, you was on that soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
See, that soundtrack was something different that's never been done before. And I don't think it's been done after either.
No.
It's just, it was a
A
mess.
genre was created from that.
Right.
But like the way that happened, yeah, it's never
Yeah,
happened.
like never, like just the way they did that shit and like,
The collabs.
yeah, the collabs, man.
Those were the first collabs.
Yup.
first,
We
yeah.
collab with Biohazard. Shout to Shy Skills. He did the beat. Rest in peace.
Peace.
Yeah, because those were not features. Those
No.
weren't considered features. Those were bona fide collabs.
No, we was in the studio with Biohazard, wilding out, playing crazy games, and they was rolling dice, busting sticky ass. Yo, they was busting sticky. Nah, for real, they was going nice with the dice, but we had a good time in the studio with them dudes, man, and we made something classic, and
Yeah, y'all made a heater with that.
yeah, I think it's you can still do that. It's gonna get back to that. We can still make things like that happen.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
No doubt.
Bring it.
Bring it.
And we got Megan up in here saying, to the table, who do you think the John, Paul, George, and Ringo of old school hip hop are?
Oh, that's
The John Paul, the Beatles,
Beatles
of hip hop.
or like
Wow.
Run DMC.
It's almost like
Run DMC.
Run
it's
DMC.
almost like a top 5.
That's yeah. I guess that's hard to say. But Run DMC, yeah, I guess they would be considered. I mean,
Beatles, yeah.
Yeah.
3 of us, but we're not the Beatles.
They were the
Squeeze.
first ones to go mainstream
yeah. I mean, yeah, they were like the pioneers,
and movies.
which is what the Beatles were. They
Right.
showed everybody how to do shit first.
I mean,
Right.
and Peter Piper, the first time you heard that, it was like with the Mardi Gras and the 808s, and it was just like,
It was ghetto.
woo!
You know, even though that was a Beatle diss, it was still like a Beatles shout out because they
Yeah.
showed them in the video.
Pretty
and
much.
It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so that was mad love for the Beatles. Like, oh yeah,
It was.
they said our name.
And DMC loved the Beatles.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
They got some good samples too.
yeah, for sure they do.
And we got Bobo up in here saying big ups to the peeps that tuned in to dabbing with Blaze and Bobo this morning in the Discord. Good times and good dabs.
Awesome.
Surprised you're awake.
It's cold as ice.
We got K-Mac up in here saying Pete Rock is an absolute legend.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Beast.
He flips.
And we got Christopher up in here saying John Denver bothers me.
John Denver, okay. Rocky Mountain High.
John Denver.
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
a little
God.
butt cheek.
What record is that?
That's he got Rocky Mountain High and like several other ones
Oh,
that
now I'm
like
about to Google this John Denver bullshit.
Take Me Down. Yes,
Corny,
that's
corny.
another.
Take Me Home, Country Road.
You don't
That's
got
what it is.
no samples.
Everyone loves Nick.
You don't think so?
John Denver.
He's got like very like feel good type music. So for
John Denver.
some motherfuckers with a dark palate, that's not it.
Yeah, nah. Not 1 ounce of anything.
No Denver.
No, yeah, no darkness.
Only Colorado.
No darkness.
Shout out to Colorado.
He was. Hey, listen. Not for
Dry
nothing,
ass weed.
He was a really dope ass. He was a really dope ass songwriter. It's just
Yeah.
wasn't our cup of tea.
I feel you.
Weed is dry in Colorado. I don't give a fuck.
He took.
It gets dry
I think
fast.
the altitude is.
It is.
Yo, I went to. Yo, listen. I went to the dispensary out there. I was like, yeah, let me go to the dispensary. Yo, the weed was like.
Brittle.
It was like cocaine. Like it was dust. It was like.
It was
like,
brittle.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this?
Brittle.
Yeah.
$100.
It's.
I was like, y'all wilding.
It's because of where they're at. You know what I mean?
I said, I gotta I gotta go to the source. I can't do this dispensary.
It's you got to get it quick
I gotta get it quick.
and smoke it fast before it dries out.
I got it quick after that. I learned.
Yeah.
No dispensary in Colorado. I'm sorry.
And we got GLA Rain up in here saying Montel Jordan, this is how we do it, ain't for me.
Ooh, I could see that.
That I always found people there. It was a love and hate thing, right? There's some people that love that song. That song comes on in any party, they're popping it off, and others are like, "Oh man, this shit."
Dude, I just thought of another song that is like Return of the Mac, Mark.
Oh, you don't like that?
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm good forever.
I'm on your side.
Right, okay, word.
Whoever said that dude is like his singer.
He got the Cheetos commercial now, right?
Pump up the world.
It's a good the
killing
song. It's just it's not right.
It's in your brain.
Not right.
Yeah.
The
It's
power.
inserted in your brain already, B.
Come on.
Yolanda.
See what I mean?
You lied to me.
Oh, that's what he said.
That song
You
is
lied
crazy.
to me.
son.
I always thought he was saying Yolanda.
Not
like,
right.
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
That's another song.
No, that's a whole.
That's
other
one of
deal.
them
Yolanda.
cheesy
Yo,
joints.
yo.
Yo,
You're under dead.
when he says pump up the world, pump up the world.
Cheesy.
Yo, but the Cheetos, he killed it.
Yeah, the Cheetos commercial
Come
is
on.
cool, but
That's
like,
why I said Cheetos.
I said,
cheesy
I
song.
seen that.
Yeah.
I was like,
It makes sense.
Yeah,
No, we're gonna put a
He
cheesy
totally-
song in Cheetos.
he totally cheesed it up.
Perfect. Like whoever did that, whoever did that at the marketing, they deserve to be give them a raise.
That's right. Give him a
Absolutely.
bonus.
They need to be.
Absolutely.
They
Give-
need to run the company.
Give him the office with the view. God damn it.
That's a great thing.
The perfect song for Cheetos.
That's right.
Damn.
All right.
And we got JCV Streams up in here saying KRS-One was a nice surprise when I saw Cypress Hill in New York City.
Oh yeah, he absolutely smashed it. It was good to have him up there and watching him be who he is, man.
This is recent.
Yeah. Like we did we do an annual Halloween show in New York, and we hadn't done it in the 2 years because pandemic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So this was like the return to it, and we were able to get KRS-One.
I seen some pictures from that shit.
Yeah, we had Ill Bill and KRS-One.
Ill Bill. Ill
And,
Bill. He's an OG from
yeah.
Y'all don't know about Ill Bill. You better recognize.
Yeah, and they both killed it. They both killed it, and but like growing up to KRS-One, and that's always like, been the teacher, you know what I'm
He's the
saying?
teacher for sure.
Seeing them skillet, bro, it was like,
Yo, we did a show with KRS-One. We learned so much. I was like, yo,
yeah.
he knows everything about hip hop, crowd control, breath control. They was making beats on stage, son.
Yeah, every
I
aspect
was like,
of
yo, this is crazy.
he's got control on every aspect of the show.
No hype man either.
Yeah, he don't need a hype man.
Yo, nice.
The crowd is his hype man.
Nice. Don't sleep on KRS-One's live shows. Ice Cube,
Yeah,
KRS-One, them dudes is different.
pro, all pro.
Different. They got bangers too.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh yeah, when he snapped his set, boy, he had all the good.
He don't
ones.
even gotta play all the shit. He could just play like 10 joints.
He got so much.
He can just play the whole first album.
He's got so much heat. He got to do medleys through the whole goddamn set.
That's
Because it's like
crazy.
so many damn songs.
Yep.
I just thought about how many rappers out there got songs that they don't even got to sing it. They just put the mic out and the crowd sing
Yeah.
every
few.
word
Very
like
few.
like a Biggie joint or some just
Very few.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop
You know, he got them Slick Rick or something.
Yeah.
You know all the words.
It all depends on the crowd too, though, that day. Because if they're open, yeah, they're singing every fucking
Yeah,
word.
depends on where you at.
Yeah.
Depends on where you at.
In Europe,
You go to Russia, all them kids are singing. I'd be like, how they know this shit?
yep.
All the words.
Germany,
And they crying while they're singing it or rapping it.
Yep.
So dope.
And fighting.
Because our shit, they're rapping it. They're not
and fighting.
singing along. They're rapping
they're
along.
rapping it, they're feeling it.
They're feeling it.
They're
and
screaming
They're
it.
rapping and they're crying.
Yo, I seen
Grown-ass gangsters.
screaming my lyrics. like I'm like, look at this guy right here.
Yeah. I've seen some grown men, gangsters, crying while they're rapping the songs. They're like, I can't believe I'm rapping along to this shit with these. I could
And-
kill somebody right now.
That's the beautiful thing about music, man. It takes you back to
You back,
that
relates you to
moment.
people.
Yeah, you don't know, like
you see your fans like family. It's
crazy,
You
yeah.
see your
Yeah.
family in the crowd. They fucking with you. They there, to rock and shit.
True that.
And we got hybrid.
Awesome.
We got hybrid cipher up in here saying Gangrene is Alchemist and oh no, Madlib's brother.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the other
Yeah,
one.
That was another one. But
That's
like
the
I
other
said, there was
Yeah.
two different Gangrenes. This is Gangrene that was down with Onyx. So I think they spelled the name different, but
Yeah, I think they did.
just Google "I Murder You" Gangrene and you'll see the video and the whole shit, and you can kind of like go down the whole,
And we got Megan up in here saying thanks for the answer, and she's saying I meant top old school hip hop people and one kind of at the top like Ringo.
Ringo's at the top.
Ringo of what?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
How the fuck Ringo at the top?
Yeah.
I thought
Like no, she was talking about the Beatles before.
John
She's-
Lennon is at the top of the Beatles, right?
I don't know, that's what she's put right here.
I don't know. It's subjective.
Is it?
That's subjective.
That's
Yeah.
It's subjective.
Like if you
Wait
like,
a
Some
minute.
people will put Paul at the top
Paul?
and John after, and some people put John at the top and
Yeah.
Paul after.
Okay, all right.
And some will say fuck it and they'll put George at the
See,
top.
John is immortalized, so he's different.
You know, the thing is that like the songs that resonated for when they all went individual, and they quit the Beatles.
Yeah.
George Harrison had the best run.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, we all learning history.
I mean,
You-
McCartney had a great run.
All right, Paul
as a
McCartney.
solo artist.
Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder. Okay.
They all had a
Ebony
great-
Ivory.
they
That
all-
was the thing. That was for the culture.
Say.
Yeah, they all had a great run, but like supposedly, I think George Harrison was the most significant because everybody wanted to work with George.
That's Ringo Starr.
No,
it's
George.
George.
George
Harrison.
There's
George was a
Ringo
low key.
Starr.
Nobody even knew there was a George. I didn't even know there was a George.
I don't
Yes.
know who you're talking about.
Damn.
The Beatles.
I thought Ringo Starr was maybe
Ringo is the drummer,
the drummer.
George.
and George was the other guitar
Paul,
player.
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. John and Ringo. George.
Or was he more like a writer,
George.
right?
Well, look, here's the thing. Mostly in the early days, Paul and John wrote most of the songs. Later on, they started allowing George to write songs, but they would squash him down because
The
they,
Beatles.
Oh,
they were the main songwriters.
Killing them. They was killing them back then, boy.
Yep.
Killing them. They got the ill haircuts too.
Beatlemania.
They got
That's right.
the cuts is popping. They
had
got the cuts, the guitars. They was wilding, man. Back in the day, that was crazy.
Them motherfuckers set trends right there. It's
Jimi
crazy.
Hendrix came out on these niggas. Let me stop.
It really flipped the game.
They had this, they had,
I mean, see, when Jimmy came out, it was different.
Yeah.
Them niggas was like this. Hold up. Wait a minute. That's when shit got turned up a little bit.
What were you gonna say, C?
when they stopped playing live, it was because they couldn't find loud enough sound systems to break
hear
through the
themselves.
Screaming girls. Screaming girls outnumbered all their instruments, all their everything.
They was like,
Imagine the screams in the crowd is
Yo.
louder than your sound system.
Yo, that had to be the beginning of mosh pits, I think, right?
no.
crazy out
no.
I don't know
The
about
beginning of
mosh pits.
pits.
Yeah, it was probably wild and like
Nah, that's not the
No.
beginning.
No?
Girls running to the side.
That's
the
kind of
stage.
it. Kind of like in a way. Yeah.
It was
See, now you
hectic.
starting something.
I would say the energy, but not necessarily the mosh pits. That doesn't come till
Beatles
punk rock.
wasn't making
Punk rock,
them go
right? That was
crazy?
CBGBs and
Yeah,
all of that.
punk rock and metal.
Not getting
Yeah,
the circle pit.
Yo,
Yeah.
That was so the slam dancing shit. The mosh pit started when like Bad Brains,
Ooh-wee.
right? Am I right?
I think it's before them, but like in that genre, definitely.
Bad Brains OG.
Like right before us, yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else you got, Bolton?
In the last one so far, we got Donnie up in here saying more kids now like a form of hip hop than pop music.
Yeah, or they want a little bit of hip hop in that music.
Yep.
I mean, when you think about it, hip hop's penetrated every form of music.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Hip hop can be made from it or snap in with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the moments I was like, whoa, hip hop is here forever is when I saw like the snap, crackle, and pop on the Rice Krispie treats when they were the Rice Krispie cereal when they rapped. Like it was no longer, oh, we're doing it. It was like they
Nah, yeah, it crossed
It's
over.
one of those
I
moments,
was
yeah.
like, oh wow, this is for all the kids and this is to buy the cereal. Oh, this is cool cereal now.
Yeah.
When sports teams won their championships and they did a rap the very next year.
People working in the offices, they grew up in hip hop. So they're just, you know what I mean? They're just doing what they know was real. Like they grew up in that. It's like normalized.
Yep.
You know, when we came up, it was like, what is this new shit? Like it wasn't normalized yet. It was like just filling it out a little bit, see what's going on. It was getting there.
This is how powerful it was even in the early stages, is that they, people in marketing thought it was going to be the big shit because all the kids were listening to it. They got a group of men that grew up off of soul music and funk and other shit to do raps. They did not know shit about rap music, and they had the Lakers in the 80s, like their 86 championship team.
Just sound crazy.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. Yeah, none of them listen to rap at all. They don't even get what that is, but they're doing it because this is what marketing wanted.
Somebody wrote it.
Yeah.
Y'all say it.
But hey, listen, whoever was in marketing was right.
They was right. They was on the way.
As corny as that song was,
Hey.
like
He said, "Hey,
they know
grew up on that song.
They
Stop
knew
it."
that they knew that the genre was gonna be something, huge.
What was cornier, that or the Chicago Bears rap song?
The Bears rap song.
Okay.
That was
very
terrible.
corny.
That was
Terrible.
Horrible. Not that the Lakers one was that much better, but it was. Yeah, no, Chicago one.
Who had a
was
better beat?
fucked up. I don't know,
And
to
they
be
need
honest
better
with you. They were
defense.
both fucked up because you had they were getting producers that didn't even know how to produce a hip hop song. They were getting these people like mimicking hip hop
Cornerback
songs
songs.
instead of making.
Somebody on the safety.
Eddie Murphy.
I don't know if Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy
I don't
beat.
even think he liked rap at that time. He was like Michael Jordan. He didn't like hip hop at all. He listened to like Anita Baker and shit like this.
Party all the time.
Which
party
wasn't
all
bad.
The time, party. That's another one of those records.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. You be like, yo, come on, baby, you on the song.
Yep.
Nah, that song might want to make it stay.
I think the valet's coming.
Yep.
Stay for a little bit.
Yep. All right, you got anything else?
The boss
We got
goes,
J-Max C up in here saying Onyx and Cypress Hill scalping motherfuckers all day.
Yep.
Squeeze.
True that.
Hell yeah, scalping motherfuckers.
That's not wrong. Hey, I want to remind all y'all we got a mix right after this on Twitch. B_RealTV is the place. We're going to start a little late, but if you're on Twitch now, just stay locked in, and we're going to snap right into the mix. And we want to thank my man Fredro Starr for sitting in with us today.
Yes, with the legends.
Salute.
The legends.
Word up. You got any shout-outs or drops you want to pop off?
Yo, shout to the whole crew, man. You know what I'm saying? 100 Mad, man. We doing what we do. I'm making a lot of beats right now. Tap in.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? We got the Onyx album coming out. It's called Worldwide. We connected with groups from around the whole world and made one album.
That's dope.
You're going to hear about 20 different languages on one album. You know what I'm saying? We got different mixes with different countries, and it's crazy. It's something we wanted to do because we've been traveling the world. So shout to Be Real in them, man. Shout to the real ones, man.
Shout out to you, man.
Straight up, man.
C-.
Thanks to everyone here at the table. Hey, Fredro, pleasure, man. As always, OG, to just sit here and talk hip hop with you all. Super appreciate it. Thanks to everyone tuned in and hanging with us as we have a Thursday, one day away from Friday. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Twitch, we're gonna be celebrating my mom's birthday. I'm gonna do a set.
Happy birthday, moms.
Yeah, today's my grandma's birthday. She's
Happy
90.
birthday, Grandma.
Wow.
Grandma's 90 today. So,
Get
Grandma.
on. Get on.
Yeah, and my mom, she's turning 23 tomorrow. So,
all right.
But hey, thanks to everybody.
Shout to Mom Duke.
Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. on Twitch, C-Fan4, and word. Cycle easy.
Yeah, yo. What's up? What's up? Shout out everybody on the check. Shout out Fredro, the whole crew over here. Check me on the IG, psycholess.official, and go to the merch, psycholessshop.com, and word. Just stay tuned for the next mix.
Let's get it.
Shout to the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout to Ray, Morning Shot Films. Shout to the Dominator. And also, don't forget about the Funky Drop. We got the Multiverse coming in the classic size, dropping Friday at 4/20. What's up, Pedro?
Salute to everybody that's tuning in. Fredro Starr for stopping by, the whole Onyx squad. And yeah, keep on watching. Visit your local Dr. Greenthumbs and get your insane flavors.
Word up. To catch this on the replay, Apple Music and Spotify, the Dr. Greenthumb podcast. You can find it there. But right here, it's live, all right? Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 Eastern on the start. Tell your friends. Don't be bogarting, you know what I mean? Share it like it's some good weed. Yeah. All right? The Dr. Greenthumb Show on BREALTV. All right? All that. Now, with that being said, before we go to the mix show, keep an open mind always. Keep an open heart always. Don't be all closed up all the time. Talk to your friends about your problems. And if you got a friend that's an anchor trying to drag you down, you discard that negative energy. Stay out of the booth zone. You already know it. Be with the ones who create positive energy and that will lift you up like you would lift them up. We tell you this all the time, and always manifest good things for yourself, man. Quit telling yourself the negative things about yourself. That's easy to find around the people that hate on you. You want to find a reason to lift yourself up. So say positive things about yourself and see the positive things happen. Swallow that.
BREALTV.